She has A2 in Hausa. She can speak Hausa more than any northerner. I can challenge Ibrahim. Even Ibrahim, do you have A2 in Hausa? My wife has A2 in Hausa. And the reason is that there is no part of this country that you go that you not find an Igbo person. As a matter of fact, I remember exactly about 9 years ago, we had a meeting in Rwanda. And you know, we couldn't find the plug-in to be able to charge our phones. So we went into the trenches to go and look for. We traveled right into the hinterland in Kigali to go and find where we can find, you know, plugins to help our phones. So we got a very small shop. In that shop, whatever you're looking for, you will find. When we got our plugins and we turned to leave, I just looked at this guy. I looked at the guy and looked at this guy. Everywhere you go, you will find them. So it's a joke, but it's also true. Since May, April, and just the last 3 weeks, I've had the rare privilege to have traveled with His Excellency. We've done at least 15 states in America. Across the world and everywhere you go, there are Nigerians everywhere, but I dare say, particularly, there's this uniqueness about our people. And I'm not here to patronize you because you will find tribalism, bigotry in every tribe. In fact, Peter Obi won Lagos State because the majority of Yoruba people voted for him. And oftentimes we quickly forget that for a handful of people who went around beating people in polling booths, we want to demonize an entire tribe. But the Igbo people, you have to give it to them because, and I'm saying this under the backdrop of what is happening here today, to position the Obidient movement. This is ground zero. This is the Southeastern Symposium for the Obidient movement. But everywhere you go on the face of the earth, data has it that 1 out of every black man is a Nigerian. Half of it is an Igbo man. Come on, make some noise for the Southeast Nigeria!
Dr. Paulo, don't be offended. I said don't be offended. You know, I sing for Hausa people. And we believe in one Nigeria. Please, I say don't be offended. Is there any Yoruba people here? If you are a Yoruba, you came from Yoruba land. Enyoluwa logo. Enyoluwa logo. Baba Kuse. Ekwebo. Ekweto. Ekweno. Ogulan kemma o. Oshe, 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 Ba, Oshe, 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 Baba, Oshe, Baba, Oshe, Baba, Adadare, Oshe, Baba, Baba Lima, Oshe, I have sing for Yoruba people. If I try not to sing for Igbo people, Machineke Kremunage, Aga Kubum Nabalia. Ndibo, Gwenu! Igbo, Gwenu! 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 Gwezono! Child. Iyo, oh, oh, oh. And when that number never. Makanae no na nambara. Emilie wanyi nereko. Emilie oh yo yo. Ona fola no nyamya reality egu. Shout it, Emilie. Ozola nambara.
Baba Oloye, I want to welcome you all the way from the Southwest. The Southwest is represented here. Make some noise for Baba Oloye. And before I bring up Magic Fingers, I'll do the honors in no particular order. Sitting right beside Baba Oloye is Comrade, one of the staunchest, strongest, dogged, obedient movement that we have in the Northeast Nigeria is here. Comrade Megari is here. Can we make some noise for him? And right after one of our greatest national comrade is Yusuf sitting there. Your name escaped me, but let's make some noise for Yusuf here today. Thank you. Of course, he has to be special, and I have to do that. One of the most strongest voices that we've had in the nation in the last sessions and seasons of election, fearless, completely fearless, objective, is none other than one of the fearless spokesperson that we've had, defending the integrity of our essence and energy, is none other than Nana Kazaure in the building. Can we make some noise? Southeast, receive Nana Kazaure! Celebrate womanhood, celebrate obedience. She's one of the faces of Obidient movement in Nigeria. We're in Symposium. Right now, I'd like to welcome my brother and friend, Magic Fingers.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Mose. Bad. Hello. Put your hands together for Bad Mose, my professional colleague. And put your hands together for Onyami. What is music for? What is music for? Entertainment, I guess. Is it for entertainment? This is the man that redefines the concept of entertainment. Please put your hands together for him.
Ọchịchị Nigeria abago ife na-akpọ nnago mbogo ntogo nnago segi isi ga-esa. Anyị ejekwa maka ndị kwachiri.
Thank you.
Ị ma na agara m ebe a na-akpọ Ọhọfield Maize. Ihe na item na Alaị, Ebriba, Igbere. Ebe nwanne anyị nwanyị ha Excellency Chifota bụ ebe a na-akpọ Abia Steeti. Isi onye n'Ugwu Steeti gbara gị egwu. Ọchị igba egwu ọ ga-eri ọkpara ibe niile. Ọchịgụ nnago mbọgụ ntọgụ nnọgụ segi isi ga-esaga. Anyị ejekwa amata ndị kwasịrị. Ọkwa n'ogbogu n'ebe ije na-ehukwe onye hụrụ ọnọdụ. Engineer, help me. Onye hụrụ ọnọdụ. Onye hụrụ ọnọdụ. Ọkwado maka nke gị. Oh yes. Mana isi onye abịrịba gbara gị egwu. Onye abịrịba chi gbara gị egwu. Ime otu ha si agba egwu. Jesus omemma. Ihe gọvanọ. Iya haba haba. Odogwu abatago n'ọgbọnụ. Odogwu batara n'ime neti egwu. Odogwu batara n'ime neti egwu.
Thank you very much. Permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to set the stage right now. Because looking around, you can see as the cloud shoots its transfiguring rays from the blue sky, evoking the beauty of existentialism today, here in Onitsha, the Sub-Saharan African Center of Commercial Excellence. We have all gathered to celebrate what we believe in, the Obidient movement. Progenitors are here. Please put your hands together for His Excellency Oseloka Obaze, former Secretary to the government of Anambra State, former gubernatorial candidate here in Anambra State. Put your hands together also for Speaker Emeritus. And now, the man that will set the stage, His Excellency He doesn't like high chief. He doesn't like doctor. He doesn't like any appellation. He simply says, Mr. and Mrs. Valentine Ozigbo. Put your hands together. Let me also recognize once again Anambra State House of Assembly Speaker Emeritus Honorable Benchooks Nwosu. Seated beside their excellencies is the first female professor of mass communication in sub-Saharan Africa, Professor Chinyere Stella Okunna. The legislative arm is fully represented here because they are all obedient. Permit me to introduce Honorable Justice Azoka of the House of Assembly. Kwalniakan, Honorable Barrister Pat Okafor, Honorable Barrister Jude for Sister Obiageli Ojukwu. Because this is not a name-calling event, as we continue, as we proceed, we'll be revealing out the names and recognizing the dignitaries here. Virtually everybody here will be recognized. So, permit me to re-invite Batmos, because there's no Ezumika Dero. This man has traversed the nook and crannies, the shores of the globe. Anywhere you see P.O., you see him. He just came back from tour of the U.S. He went to Europe, and he will be going back from here to other places. Batmos, please.
Thank you, Magic Fingers. We're moving into the event proper, so I would like to just indulge you to please be seated. Right Honorable Barrister Chooks, I see you. I recognize you. Thank you so much. One of our national leaders in the movement. I see you. I see you, sir. His Excellency John Nwosu, I see you. You're welcome. Welcome to this place. Can we appreciate Honorable John Nwosu here today? Just appreciate him. Thank you. Obidient, make some noise. We're going to be acknowledging people as we go, and very quickly, it's important. The chairman of the occasion, I wish you can give me some attention, because chairman of the occasion, I'm seeking your indulgence to be seated as we move into this occasion. I would not indulge in any other protocol until I get your full attention. If you're here today, I'd like to teach us something very quickly as we move on. What is the response? If I say obedient movement, what do you say? Anybody, you know what we say when we say obedient movement? Say that again. Now I want us to resound this in this room. Obedient movement. A new Nigeria is possible. Everybody, that's what we're going to say here today. Obedient movement. Obedient movement. People sitting in the gallery, I can't hear you. Obedient movement. Anybody who is not saying it is a suspect. Obedient movement. We did not say a new Igbo land is possible. We didn't say a new Hausa land is possible. We didn't say a new Kanuri land is our collective value. A new Nigeria is what? That's our anthem. That's what we believe. And let me say here today, for those who will misconstrue our messaging, today's meeting is not a Labour Party meeting. This is an Obidient movement meeting. This symposium is for good governance. And for those who are not acquainted with it, the Obidient movement is rooted, anchored, substantiated by the character and values of Mr. Peter Obi. What are those values? Values of compassion, of integrity, of consistency, of capacity, of meritocracy. This is what the Obidient movement is about. These are the values upon which we are anchored. And so any other thing aside that is not a part of the energy and essence of this occasion here today. When the national coordinator was named, there was a new trajectory to how we carry out our activities in the Obidient movement. Today, sitting here in this room, we cannot go through the rigors of the different people who have made this essence possible. We're here because all the support groups in the southeastern region have come together under one accord to ensure that this meeting is held. And I'd like to say, because the only protocol that I will recognize and observe here today is none other than the chairman of this occasion, who is Right Honorable Professor Stella Okunna. If I go out of the way, you already know the Iron Lady. She'll pull me to order. And if I'm on course, and I also know that the national coordinator upon whom the supervision of this meeting is anchored here today is seated here. We have traversed the nation together, and I can bet on his integrity and character. And here today, I'd like us to recognize the national coordinator of the Obidient movement, Dr. Yunus Atanko, in the building. Make some noise. If I say I never read you, I say make some noise. Thank you, Dr. Yunus Atanko, a grassroots mobilizer, a dogged defender of democracy, a former chairman of a political party. He's been there. He's been a DJ. He's been a musician. He's an activist. He's been a leader of several fronts in this country, and there is no doubt, speaks Yoruba fluently, even though from the northwest Nigeria, Kano to be specific, but he embodies. In fact, news has it that he has been given a title in Igbo land. And no wonder he is the national coordinator of the Obidient movement. One more time, put your hands together for Dr. Yunus Atanko. Sitting right beside Dr. Yunus Atanko is the man who we have traversed, the nation with during the 2022-2023 general election. We're always on the ground. Don't mind the babarika that he's wearing. You need to see him on the street of Kaduna. You need to see him in Kano, in Sokoto, everywhere. He is the DG of what we call the Big Tent. And they cover all of the places. The Obidient movement is made up of big support group network. The Big Tent actually envelopes a lot of essence and energy. And it's none other than Al-Haji Ibrahim Abdul Karim. He's in our midst. Make some noise for him tonight. This morning, make some noise for him. This is what the Obidient movement is about. It's beyond the parochialism of religion. It's beyond the parochialism of tribe. It's beyond any political party. Yes, you heard me right. Most of the bulk of the vote that Mr. Peter Obi had came from APC. Yes, you heard me. It came from PDP. Because the essence of the Obidient movement goes beyond any political party. The Labour Party upon which we transacted the 2023 general election is a part of the Obidient movement. And I say it here because I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I've had the privilege to have traveled around the world. We just concluded the North America thank you tour with His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi. We returned back last week. I had the rare privilege to sit with him when he had an awesome moment with the president of Rwanda just a few weeks ago. And I can tell you, on the 7th of January, when we had the occasion of the new Africa Foundation in Accra, Ghana, that was when it dawned on me that the Obidient movement has broken the trail in the African and global continent. Because we had Obidient people who came from Kenya, they came from Ghana, they came from Ethiopia. It's unbelievable, so you can't hold to it. And this is why, if you're here today and you're listening to me, whether your name is mentioned or not, it really doesn't matter, because the essence of the Obidient movement is not a tribe, it's not a political party, it's not a religion. It's an essence for what? For good governance, it's integrity, it's meritocracy, it's compassion, it's on the value of integrity, of consistency that is symbolized by Mr. Peter Obi. This is why we're here today. It cuts across Europe, America, and everywhere. I say this because this is a template upon which everything that we're going to do here will reside. And so, in this moment and this time, I want to ask you to join me and rise up to your feet as we take the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail.
Upstanding on your feet as we observe the national
Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you, and I say you are welcome to the Southeast Obidient Movement Symposium here today. Like we said, we'll continue some very important introductions as the occasion goes on. I see my brother, my friend, the one we refer to as the Obidient General. Obidient General 1. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Ikenna. Obidient General is here. Thank you. Thank you. One of the things that we recognize with this movement, and I'm saying that not because I just introduced Obidient General, but in our movement we are complete. Jack, Take Back Nigeria is right beside you. All the departments in Obidient movement is complete. We have those who are diplomats. They understand how to negotiate the terrain for us all over the globe, wherever you go. And I dare say that I will mention him even though he has been introduced before. He's a father, he's a leader, he's a diplomat, he's everything. When you hear about 4 men tweeting in a room, yes, those are the founders of those narratives. That's what they said about them, and he's here today. We have the good, the bad, the ugly. There are the violent people, there are the gentle people. This is why we know that Nigeria, a new Nigeria, is possible. Right here is none other than Dr. Oseloka Obaza is in our midst. Let's recognize and praise him here this morning. Come on, put your hands together for him. Obidient movement. You have forgotten your cliche. I will not invite the chairman until we get it right. Obidient movement. Obidient movement. You know, this is the first time we are holding this here in the Southeast Nigeria. The moment Dr. Tanko was named as the coordinator of the Obidient movement, the first meeting, the first corporate meeting we had was in the Northwest. And it was symbolic to have that because that's where he came from. But here today, on ground zero, wherever you're having the Obidient movement meeting, that is our trademark, that is our line. So I know that you might not be used to this, but it's important. You're going to hear this. Every speaker that comes up, that is what we're going to keep saying. So are you ready? Obedient movement. Obedient movement. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, I'd like to introduce and I invite for his opening remark the chairman of the governing committee of this occasion. Is none other. He flew in all the way from the United Kingdom to be a part of this meeting. Let's celebrate and welcome Mazi into this occasion. Thank you, sir.
Obedient movement. Obedient movement. As the chairman organizing committee of this event, it is with great honor, privilege, and a great satisfaction to see all of us here. Ndị Southeast ekene m unu. Ndị Igbo ekene m unu. Anyị ma na anyị nwere Anambra ebe a. Anyị nwere Imo. Anyị nwere Ebonyi. Anyị nwere Abia. Anyị nwekwa ndị Enugu. Onye ọbụla wee rapụ ife ọ na-eme wee bịaba ebe a. Abụ na anyị na-ekwu okwu gbasara obedient movement. Ọ bụ maka ọdịmma mụ na gị. Nke kasị nke. Ọdịmma ụmụ anyị. Ọdịmma ụmụ anyị ndị aka amụrụ amụ. Maka na ọ bụ na anyị dozinwuo obodo a bụ nke anyị nke Chukwu nyere anyị bụ Nigeria, ọ ga-adịla anyị niile mma. Ọ bụ na anyị dozinwuo ana Igbo, kwụsị ụfọdụ ife n'afọ emene ya, ọ ya adịla anyị mma. Ebe anyị nọ bụ Anambra steeti. Ọtụtụ n'ime na ewere ụgbọala ụnọ na-akpagharị. Ọ na-afụgo ka ọtụtụ ụzọ na ụfọdụ ife na-emegasịnụ. Ọ na-adị mma elev. Ndị Anambra na ebe a, etu obodo dị taata, ọ na-adị mma elev. Okay. On this note, the leadership of the Obedient movement, once more I acknowledge all of you seated, Professor Stella Okunna, my good brother Ibrahim, the national leader of Obedient movement, Dr. Yunus Atanko, leader and speaker to this event, Chief Valentine Ozibo, and the amiable wife. We have on my right also His Excellency, I'll add chief to him because he's a red cap chief too, Oseleka Obaze, the former secretary to the state government of Anambra State. And I have my good brother, all of us, we were in the trenches when we were doing the court. A barrister whom I like to interview all the time. He created a narrative that with Kenneth Okonkwo that eventually became a song, Mr. Apampas, when certain things happened at the court. Chief Benchuks Mosu, once more, I greet you, my brother. Obviously, my brother too, Chief John Mosu, who I believe stepped out. I wouldn't take much of our time, but I will yield my opening remark to my younger brother, Mr. Jack. Many of you will know him, the convener of Take Back Nigeria. Jack, come. The reason why I would do that is Jack took the pain, even in the midst of, very hard situation, to join us here from Abuja yesterday. On that honor, I will yield, Jack, use my last 2 minutes as the chairman of this occasion to also speak to us, the Obedient. After that, we will have the chairman, that is Professor Okunna, join us here. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Thank you. Obedient movement. Thank you so much. So let me stand on the existing protocol. But let me start by congratulating all of you seated down here, the Obidient, both those of you that are watching us all over the world. And the reason why I want to congratulate you is for your resounding victory at the 2023 presidential elections. I say congratulations once more. Now, the reason why I need to congratulate you is because the umpire told you that you lost the election, but I'm here to tell you that you actually won the election. And you didn't just win the election, you also won the hearts of Nigerians. Now, we must continue to build on that momentum. I know some of you are already tired. I know some of you don't entirely agree with, some of the leaders of Obidient movement, our actions, our speeches, our movement, and some of the things we do. But I want you to understand that if you agree with everything your leader says, then there's a problem somewhere. So we must, at different intervals, disagree with ourselves, right? We must disagree for us to agree. But the ultimate goal is that we need to make sure that we get a Nigeria that works. For me, this is what this movement is about. And we will not stop until we get there. Do you agree with me? Obedient movement. Because kanso nka n'Igbo because nka metụtara. By the way, abụ m onye na nka. So esi m Anambra State. Ọ na-ewute m na ọ bụrụ anytime ọ bụla m si ebe ọ bụla m si land ya na Anambra State, iwe bido webe m. I don't know why. And even yesterday no Onitsha, I'm not na-agagharị na-enegharị anya nsị ha mba that this is now extremely bad. We can't continue like this. Something is fundamentally wrong with the leadership we have in our state at the moment. And we need to change that. Ndị Anambra are ready. But we must put in the work. There is no longer time for people to sit back and wait for things to happen. The reason why 2023 was successful was because you and I took responsibility. Onye Obuna did the work, and that is what we must do in Anambra for us to get the leadership that we deserve. I see that Anambra were proving billionaires of over 1,500, if I'm not mistaken, right? We cannot have this level of resources and we have our state in this condition. So in the Anambra, I am here to urge you to actually stand up and take your future in your hands. Oga Adirozi. On this note, let me thank and congratulate the committee that set up this event. In short, I was wowed. Amaram na the numbers na Anambra that will come out on Saturday like this. Thank you so much and God bless you. Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity to speak.
Anambra State gemunti n'oluwe. Anambra State gemunti n'olu. Imo State neba gemunti n'oluwe. Enugu State gekwa munti n'oluwo. Abia State asimunu gekwa ntiye. Ebonyi State unu gekwa ntiyo. Kediye dere neba. Good governance. Zimbozu. Southeast 2024. Obiye dere ba. Gini koputara. Magic finger. Ewe kwali iwe. 3 minutes. Come summarize ya. Unu gekwa munti n'oluwe. Anya mmiri na-agba m n'anya o. Ọchịchị Nigeria. Ihe ọ ga-eme anyị ugboro ole anya mụrụ ihe. Nke mbụ emelanụ. Erigie election anyị tụrụ. Ọ gaghị eme ka ike wee gwụ anyị o. Onye ji ihe nwata welie aka elu one day. Aka jiwe ya o wedata ihe nwata. Anambra gekwanụ ntị ka m kwuo nwayọ. 2025 anyabanye election maka Anambra State yo ndị press unu na-evidokwa agaghị m eji ụjọ hapụ igwe unu ka eziokwu oge Peter Obi chịrị Anambra State ana m emechi anya na anya moto na-agba no pothole enweghị ebe m ga-enweta galọp na Peter Obi chịrị Peter Obi achịchara rituo wenye ya nye ya onye a na-akpọ ọchị anyị ho achịchala etinye ezi iburu moto na-aga na Anambra ihe moto ga na-eme ị na-aga na Anambra moto gị a na-ada ka agadi nwoke ọ bụrụ gịnị enwezighị okporo ụzọ dị mma na Anambra ụmụ akwụkwọ anaghị agazi skuulu ka m kọtụọ ya maka na oge adịrọzi ọchịchala anụ wee nyefezie ya onye a na-akpọ onye fele ya onye a na-akpọ ihe m ji wepụ mikrofonu m maka ndị spy esoro na-eso gị ide beat me ọ bụ ihe juru n'ala Igbo IM ka anyị wepụ kenenu IM do 2025 o setikwala gemonti ị hụrụ election gara aga a sị na ịgbara sekọnd anyị mara ihe gara ebe ahụ mana ngwa gị onye na-agwa gị okwu onye na-ekele ekele pụọ n'ụzọ ka m kwuo okwu Anambra Steeti 2025 ọ tinyele n'uwe anyị tinye onye a ọ banye ebe ahụ ọnwa disappoint anyị na trust anyị nwere n'ebe ọ nọ Valentine hapụgodo ekele Valentine ga-emu ntị hapụ ekele under 2025 anyị ga-atụ ya ọzọ ma ha kwere ma ha ekweghị mana Valentine don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. 2025. Onye si na Valentine ga-aga ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma ị chọrọ ka Peter Obi ga ngwa akụ aka gị ihe orulenu n'omume ị chọrọ ka Peter Obi bụrụ prezidenti ọ ya bilie ọtọ n'ụkwụ gị ka ị mara ndị chọrọ ka Peter Obi chenjie kọndishọn Nigeria tiere m Obi somebody shout Obi.
Thank you. Onye ami egwu gị na-atọ anyị ụtọ. Thank you very much. You know, time has a special way of checking our excesses and desires. I do not know why some families are exceptionally gifted and blessed, especially in Anambra State. Some of the Obidient families are exceptionally blessed and gifted. Let me start by introducing this particular woman. To introduce her, I'll talk about the man who assisted Anambra State immensely with his position when he was at the United Nations. He did so well that he was honored during Anambra's 20th anniversary celebration. After that event, he came and became the secretary to the government of Anambra State, the SSG. Oseloka Obaze, I call him Divine Mercy because he believes in Divine Mercy prayer. He came from a family where his younger brother was in charge of the 3rd tier. He was Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Anambra State. So many things happened under that ministry that helped Anambra State pilot and drive her needs, the vehicle that also drove the government. Now, after Osoloka came and Dubem, the brother, the younger brother, left the office, he handed it over to a lady who also drove her needs through the local government system. Put your hands together for Honorable Azoka Enemmo, who is right here.
Sweet mother, I no go forget you for this suffer where you suffer for me. Yeah. Sweet mother,
Permit me to recognize in grand style the arrival and presence of Honorable Barrister Ifeanyi Mbanusi. Ifeanyi, please stand up to be recognized.
Ifeanyi Zikene Sekele Lebaya.
Honorable John Nwosu is a special breed that is here. Please stand up to be recognized.
John, ikakwa baba ni me Jehovah kakopa.
Now, why I said that some families are gifted is that the renowned writer, Professor Akachi Ne Ademora, is the elder sister of a young female that became the first professor of mass communication in sub-Saharan Africa. Recently, she was celebrated in an international conference by the Department of Mass Communication in Southeast Geopolitical Zone, not just UNIZIC. And today, she is the chairperson of this auspicious gathering. Put your hands together for Professor Stella Chinyere Okunna, DVC, Paul University, to come and give us her chairman's opening remark. Thank you. Put your hands together to make her comfortable.
We love you. We love you. Anambra love you. Imo State love you. Enugu State love you. Ebonyi State love you. We say we love you. We love you.
She said you shouldn't stop, that she wants us to dance for some minutes because she's a jolly good fellow. You know, just like her master, Mr. Peter Obi, she used humility to humiliate arrogance and excessive greed. She's a symbol of humility.
Mommy, before you talk, I saw you last 10 years.
Yes, sir.
And I've seen you again.
I remember
You are still bubbling. You are still shining. This guy got another one. This guy got another one. This guy got another one. This guy got another one.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think the protocol has been brilliantly established, hasn't it? Everybody has been recognized, so I'm not going to do any protocol at all. Even though we were in government for 8 years, protocol is not my strong point one bit. You know, as I stand here now, I'm a very happy person. And normally they call me Mommy Prof. That's what my students and those who know me call me. And today, I won't speak much because those who are going to talk today are already ready with what they will say. You know why we are here? Obedient movement. Obedient movement. Finally, obedient movement. Thank you. We are here because every single person in this hall, and it is a huge hall, filled to capacity, and I believe everybody here is here because you believe that a new Nigeria is possible. If you don't believe a new Nigeria is possible, say aye. If you don't believe that, say now. Is it, what are the house, Mr. Speaker? Nay. Okay, if you believe a new Nigeria anchored on good governance is possible in Nigeria in your lifetime, say aye. I think the ayes have it. Mr. Speaker, the ayes have it. Thank you. And what is good governance really? Good governance is rule of law. It is participation. It is good judiciary, honesty, integrity, love for the people, grassroots oriented. And all these characteristics have been reflected in one single man, the leader we know today, a man we worked with for 8 years. Some not 8 years, Mel. But then this is a man, Peter Obi, on whom the Obidient movement is anchored. I want to thank the organizers of this event. When I stepped in here, I was astounded. The number of people here. Is Anambra here? Anambra, can I see your hand up? Say hello. Is Abia State here? Anywhere, Abia, are you here? Can we hear you? Even if there are 2 of you, say hello. Enugu State, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say hello.
Yeah.
Aha. Imo, are you here? Is Imo here? Say hello. Finally, is Ebonyi State here? Ebonyi, are you here? 1 of you, 2, 3, 4. Say hello. That's all we need here. I think for today, you know why we are here? The organizers believe we have a good movement. We have a good message which Nigerians must hear. And that means the Obidient movement must gain in visibility. We must become better known. We must become visible nationally and internationally. And we cannot be visible if we keep quiet and do nothing. Dr. Tanko, are you there? Please call him. Are you there? You must rise to the occasion. You must organize this movement. You must gain visibility and acceptance everywhere in Nigeria. And like somebody who spoke here said, Peter Obi didn't win the 23 election with votes from only Igbo land. It cut across everywhere. And I remember in Anambra State here, many people, not virtually everybody, if they were in PDP, they voted for their governor in PDP. For the presidency, whom did they vote for? If they were in APC, if they were in APGA, even APGA here, they voted for the presidency for His Excellency Mr. Peter. That shows you the man whose acceptance has cut across the whole nation. But we must build on that visibility. We must build on that acceptance. We must build on that love people have for us by strengthening the Obidient movement and taking it across the nation. I want to thank everyone who is here. And I think it's doable. You have a good leader. He's young and vibrant as the Obidient movement coordinator. Thank you very much. Above all, you have the overall leader, the Obidient movement master himself. And for those who don't know him, I think we all know him. Peter Obi is a man who is selfless, he's grassroots oriented, so that by the time we leave here today, everybody who is here will have known why we are here. Thank you, and may God bless all of us. And please go out there and walk and walk and walk so that this movement becomes world-class and doable. Thank you. And all those in particular who came from Anambra State, who didn't come from Anambra State, let me salute you in particular. My dear sister, welcome. And everybody else who came from outside Anambra State, God will grant us journey mercies. We'll all go back safely and go there and create visibility for this movement so that what we are doing will become more meaningful. Thank you.
Keep thanking her. Thank you very much. Let me recognize Barrister Donald Chidi Amambo Okosisi Hiala, Anambra State Senatorial hopeful. Biko Kwani Aka, Udekibo Chibozo, LP candidate for Ihiala 1 constituency. Kwani Aka. Permit me now to invite Tanko Yunisa to come and abridge his speech for 10 minutes.
The things that are impossible, the things that money cannot do, the things that all just done for me. Oh. What a marvelous God.
Obedient, a new Nigeria is possible. Obedient, obedient. Igbo kwenu, Igbo kwenu, Anambra kwenu, Southeast kwenu, Nigeria kwezono. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to quickly just, because time is of essence, I would like to just stand on the existing protocol. But of course, it's very important that I recognize the chairperson of this very occasion, Professor Stella Okonu. Please, a round of applause for her and thanking her for being this particular person. Thank you very much. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I will not take more than 10 minutes to deal with. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 9th of November, which is today, my humble self on the 5th of October 2020, I presented and delivered a paper in Oka, actually in the Women's Center. On that day, I declared my support for a Southeastern president. At that time, today it is 4 years. And as at that time, I never knew that His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi will be running for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At the program, we have Dr. Ben Obi. We have Professor Obiazo. We have Chief Chukwuemeka Ezife of the blessed memory. This program was my first engagement in the Southeast. And that was where I declared my support for a Southeastern candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move along, a gentleman who represents the interests of the Nigerian people, called Peter Gregory Obi, resonated with these particular words. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good for you to see that the Southeastern states represent 5 states. These 5 states has a landmark of 29,000 square kilometers. And we have a registered voter. No, it's not him. Yeah, I'm talking about the two persons. And we have a landmark of 29,388 square miles. The Southeast have a population unit of 21,631. Now, these particular numbers represent the total number of registration for voters in the Southeast. It is important for you to note that this particular representation, we have a state, just one state in the north, Niger State, covered this particular land space and the total number of people. But guess what? The people of the Southeast are so very important. In everywhere you go to, locally and internationally, you must find one Igbo man resident in that particular place. That shows you intelligence, that shows you determination, that shows you doggedness, that shows you collaboration. As we move forward, these particular numbers gives you a feeling that the Northeast, the Southeast cannot be toiled with. The Southeastern states, since 1999, after the Civil War, the Southeastern states have been denied the opportunity of leading this particular country. And we, in the Obidient movement, say no to that particular position. Because we believe that the intelligence and the capacity that is endowed within the Southeastern states, it is more important to virtually help in reconciliation to this particular country of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that is what we believe in. Now, we have a movement. The movement is called the Obidient Movement. It is anchored around His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi. The movement represents inclusivity, accountability. Its mission is to empower, mobilize the Nigerian youth, and make it a formidable force so that Nigeria can be moved out of poverty. These are the words of His Excellency. His Excellency continues to say that you cannot buy bread cheaper because you are a Yoruba man, or you are a Hausa man, or an Igbo man. A poor man in the north is a poor man in the south. A poor man in the east is a poor man in the south, in the west. So therefore, if you believe in Nigeria and you want to get it out of poverty line, your answer is Peter Gregory Obi. So, when there remains only two choices, submit or fight, we choose to fight for a better Nigeria where every citizen has equal opportunity for success. But get this straight, we are not calling for people to take arms against the state, but we are retooling the minds of the Nigerian people that change is inevitable and change is better when we move from consumption to production. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have the next slide? The Obidient movement in the Southeast, through systematic isolated, boasts remarkable productive resilience. Look, it is very important for everybody to know. It is the Southeast that we can produce cars. We have innocent motors. It is the Southeast we can produce this particular garment. It's in the Southeast we can produce intellectual capacity that can transform this country. It's in the Southeast that we can use as a model that represents the whole world just from this particular group of people. This is the strength of the Nigerian people, and this is the strength of the Southeast. Nigeria is in trouble as we speak. You can see the bad roads. You can see women and men crying. As of today, Nigerians cannot eat 3 square meals in their homes. 3 square meals. Even one meal is becoming difficult. So we must, as a people, stand up to challenge this particular narrative. At the time, His Excellency cannot even move. From Benin to Ore, we cannot move. But here they are spending trillions of naira to build a road from Calabar to Lagos. They just commissioned one now, from Sokoto to Lagos. Why the ones that we have on ground are not motorable? Does this make sense? And we have people who have that particular capacity in transforming this country. And I believe strongly, with the technical knowledge of the people of the Southeast, we can transform all the roads of this Nigerian place to a better road. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman, the man we call the man with the capacity, consistency, capability, the man with empathy, the man that believes that Nigeria can be transformed into a better country. And this is the man that all of us believe in. He's the champion and the hero of our belief. He's the champion and believe. Eat Obi. If you are driving, drive Obi. If you are moving, move with Obi. We believe in him that anywhere he is going, we will move with him. That the nation is moving? No. We must stand firm to challenge this particular ill in our society and make Nigeria a better country that all of us will be proud of. The call to action is a continuous one. We cannot stop. If anybody thinking that we did something in 2023, we have done nothing. This particular movement is going to transform from where we are to a gigantic height. But together with you and I, we can move this country to a better country, and so I believe. Same call. Look at these beautiful people. These are Nigerians. Anywhere you go in the world, we are being valued. Why are we undervaluing ourselves? We must value ourselves and turn Nigeria into an acceptable country, where when you travel out of the country, your green passport will be your symbol of unity. Your green passport will be the symbol of upliftment. Your green passport will be that particular passport that makes you a human being that you deserve. And that can be made possible by His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi. Together, ladies and gentlemen, in final position, I want to say, great Nigerian people, great Nigerian people, great Nigerian people, great Nigerian people, fellow Nigerians, together we can achieve greatness. Together we can build a nation that is envy of the world. Together we can create a nation with future bright prosperity for all. Let us rise together in unity. Let us work together as a team. Let us dream Nigeria. Let us mobilize Nigeria. And finally, there is a popular saying that wherever you go, where you did not see an Igbo man or a Southeastern person, please run, because that place there's no prosperity. And we want to have a country that has prosperity. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say with you, with all level of sincerity and patriotism, Nigeria needs you as much as you need Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
Let's keep clapping. With this applause, I am bringing in Ibrahim H. Abdul Karim, setting the stage, Nigeria of today. Is what he will dwell on. Please continue now. I said keep clapping while I bring him in. Thank you.
Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way we go? I love my fatherland. I want to know.
Thank you.
Which way Nigeria? Nigeria is dying.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, people that are looking at us and watching this program from anywhere in the world. I'm going to stand on the existing protocol, and I want to be very quick. I came with my timer so that I will just end exactly the time given to me, because that's what we are trying to do, and that's the conversation we are here for as good governance, to do things according to how we state we are going to do it. My honor, we are here. We want to show to them that we need to see a sensible system. You can vote any line you want to vote, but as of today, we have checked everywhere. We have not seen one person near Peter Obi, nobody. In terms of politics, of ideology, and believing in people. In the place where I come from, you will see a commissioner. Because he is feeling big, he start walking like this, like maybe he has something from his band, just being a commissioner. If you see a governor, he has already elevated himself just a few inches between him and God. He will think that you can't be anything unless you pass through him. When I work with Mr. Peter Obi for the past 2 years, I realized a person that is just looking for what you can offer to your own people. How competent are you on the work you are going to administer? Not by the cho as we said, but show workings. And we are here to make sure that no matter what, our one most important thing to take home is that all his commissioners, all the people he worked with up to today, I see him still having good relationship with them. And each one of them, I have a chance to have a conversation on who is this Peter Obi. And all that I'm hearing is that it's just a person that just want to work. And I follow him and I see he just want to work. I see if you stop Mr. Peter Obi from working, he's going to fall sick. Because he's already used to working. And I'm so angry with the kind of people we are putting in that villa. People that will enter villa and make villa as their resting place. They are what they call it, old age home. They will be there in their 80s, in their 70s, just for them to enjoy the government, not for them to work for the government. And if you can see, I have seen a person that have done what is called state visit in almost all the communities in Anambra. And I hope, right from Obasanjo, that's the last time we have seen people going around to do the kind of job. And I'm so happy, by special grace of God, with good governance that we have seen he has established in Anambra State. Anambra State is very, very important to us because 2025 there is going to be election here. And if we disgrace ourselves as Obidient movement in Anambra State, I bet you, even myself from Sokoto, I stayed in Kaduna, it will be very difficult for me to see how I'm going to explain what really happened if he cannot hold where he is. That's why we are Obidient movement, and that's why we are here. Any direction we put ourselves, please, all of you that are dreaming for a better Anambra, please think of we need Anambra State in our campaign in 2027. If we think Obidient movement cannot get this Anambra by 2025, you're giving us a very clear task for us to continue this movement for the whole of this country. Let us be obedient as people know us. A new Nigeria is very possible under Peter Obi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please continue clapping for him. Let me also recognize Honorable Omaram Sunday Chibuzo, Miriama Newi South, Labour Party State House of Assembly candidate 2023 general elections, and the General, Honorable Chuma Nzeribe. Newi South Senatorial hopeful. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this point to invite Obedient leader par excellence, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Pat Otomi speaks to us.
When Peter Obi will enter as the president of this Federal Republic of Nigeria,
You're welcome, leader. Audio.
begin with gratitude to God for the privilege of being here this morning. As we say in Nigeria, I want to stand on existing protocols. But let me give a very special recognition to the chairperson, Professor Okunna, and her inspiring effort. Let me recognize the new Field Marshal, Malam Dr. Tanko Yunusa. There is work to be done. Let me recognize Valu Zibu and the others who are sitting there. I use them as a point of contact to the political actors who are in the room. And to say that my task is to show the importance of a disciplined approach to a movement if we are going to change our country. I greet you, Obidient movement, because we know that a new Nigeria is possible. But let me say to you that a new Nigeria is not only possible, it is inevitable, it is imperative, but it will not happen without you. It will not happen without you. This means that work is cut out for you, and that work is continuous. It will be every day until the dream of a new Nigeria is achieved. I have come this morning or afternoon, where you are, sorry, with a simple message of explanation, just so that it does not seem like we're working at something that is impossible or impractical. I will go to history and show you how it has happened elsewhere and why we must make the needful happen for our children and their grandchildren, because it is possible. I come to you with this passion because I recognize that we have it in us. I ask the question, how did this obedient movement start? Nobody has clarity on how this movement started. Not me. And I know nobody has spoken to. So, research will eventually prove how the obedient movement evolved. But a few things are clear about how the movement evolved. One, it is spiritual, actually. I mean, deep down inside of Nigerians, the yearning for the possibilities of Nigeria began to gather and to accumulate. And when Peter Obi showed up saying the right things and walking the talk, that fire inside said to many people, and that began to crystallize in people getting together. The obedience movement, in my opinion, also came from fed-upness. The Nigerians who were fed up with being a country of great potential that never seemed to realize its potential. And they got to a point when something sparked and they said, we have to do something about this. The obedient movement came together because the diaspora connected at some point to the fire that was brewing inside of the people at home. There are many of these reasons why the obedient movement came together, but it will not get where it is going without some fundamental values. Because it is not possible that you can get where you are going without planning and working for it. This planning, we can see through history. This planning, based on values, we can see in how it got a society organized before this time. This movement, look back at what happened as great historic examples. The United Kingdom that we got our independence from, how did the UK really truly modernize? in the Industrial Revolution, the UK was such a terrible, terrible place that makes even Anambra of today, with all the insecurity, look like a haven of sorts. Even with the enormous production of the Industrial Revolution, and what we are really fighting for in Nigeria is to move to production and not just consumption, conspicuous consumption, but to produce so we can export and be able to have a quality of life our people deserve and desire. But in Britain, at the time of that Industrial Revolution, when the ability for power-based production led to manufacturing springing up everywhere, life was so miserable. People wrote literature like A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. The Pope even had to write the first encyclical, Rerum Novarum, to respond to the terrible, terrible ways of the times. But the people who could think in Britain just sit down and watch, even though they could be terrorized by those who had power, and they were so done. They found ways of meeting. A group of British intellectuals began to meet in pubs. And so they were thought of as a bunch of drunkards, but they didn't realize that they were just planning. They would go from the pub to the back toilet and have a quick meeting. And eventually chose a name for themselves, looking at tactics that have been adopted in history. And they chose one adopted by a Roman general, Sixtus Quintus Fabius Maximus, who saved Rome from Hannibal when the great army of Carthage was marched against Rome. And so, from his name, Fabius, they called themselves Fabians. The new Fabian society was born. And they resolved that they would create a movement that would be anchored first around the generation of knowledge to drive the movement and organizing into a political party that would eventually drive their goals. The citadel of knowledge that they created, we have all now come to know as the London School of Economics, became the base of the Fabians. And the political party they created became the Labour Party. And I say this to explain why some of us do the different things that we are doing, so that we understand that there is sense in planning and in dividing up approaches. We have founded recently the new tribe. What is the new tribe? This new tribe of patriots. Well, the new tribe is essentially a values-based movement. Doesn't take anything away from the Obidient movement with a clear goal, but its focus is on values, because values shape human progress. And Nigeria is crippled today because it dwells in a crisis of values. There is a collapse of culture in Nigeria. And so how do we get people of personal integrity? People who are committed to the work ethic, which is what will move us from production, from consumption to production. How do we get people who believe in justice and fair play, who believe in inclusion? The goal of the new tribe, this new tribe of patriots, is actually to use a series of cohorts to drive a new consciousness, almost in the way Steve Biko drove the Black consciousness movement in South Africa as a very young man in his 20s. To generate in our country youth who realize that the way we are going will get us nowhere until we retool the mindset. And that this consciousness will create a people who inevitably invariably, because of their values, will see the worth of what the Obidient movement stands for. And so, while we are building the new tribe, we are engaged with the Obidient movement and trying to get the Obidient movement to see itself like the Fabians saw themselves, moving towards a direction of electoral strength that will transform a sleeping giant. We have conceived that in the approach that we take, that we will have even strong political actors, like in the Big Tent, working with the new tribe, working with the Obedient, that can work with other actors to build a broad coalition that will become a political party, absorbing those who want to be absorbed, whether it is Labour, ADC, SDP, into a formidable platform that is disciplined, that is looking at selfless service to the Nigerian people, and not just another opportunity to connect up so that we can enrich ourselves, be powerful, and push people out of the way. That sends a message that service is about sacrifice, and that people who are not prepared to sacrificially give of themselves for the advance of the common good do not belong in political life. This is the essence of why the movement, that is the Obidient movement, is thriving. But we must go forward from its base to how we deliver. It is a continuous process where you literally proselytize. Everybody you run into, you must explain to them the mantra. Why are we talking of going from consumption to production? Nigeria lies prostrate, the exchange rate is crashed. All of this because we're not producing. How do we create the environment of security to produce? Look who we used to be. Look at what we can be. Every meeting with everybody is an opportunity to create a new cell of this movement that will galvanize a certain consciousness across the country. When that consciousness is fully internalized by a majority of the population, everything else is history. If institutions are abused, like ANEC continues to be abused in this kind of unprecedented state capture, judiciary capture, and other captures that constitute why Nigeria is the way it is today, the people will rise in a way that nobody will even begin to fathom, because there is a consciousness inside of them. This is why I am very proud that Tanko, Dr. Tanko Yunusa, who I have collaborated with for many, many years, and we tried to create this thought force, is taking charge to give us a flavor of an Obidient movement that belongs to all in Nigeria, owned in the north as it is owned in the west, owned in the south as it is owned in the east. And together, we can make a Nigeria happen. Because a new Nigeria is not only possible, a new Nigeria is inevitable. And we want to have first mover advantage in that new Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you. That's the voice and message from Nigeria's foremost professor of political economics, Professor Pat Utomi, all the way from the United States of America. One more time, can we applaud Professor Pat for that reinvigorating, motivation, and inspiring speech on moving us forward as a people. At this juncture, we'll just quickly take some of the remarks from Nexus and one of the speakers from the US, so that we can put all of them together and move down. If Nexus is ready, because they've been on standby in the last 2 hours, let's have them up so we can take their remarks.
Hello, my fellow Obedients. I must start by
Next share will be remarkable.
Acknowledging and recognizing the leaders of the Obidient movement. His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, Professor Pat.
Are we good to go?
Utomi, Chief Valentine Ozibo, and Dr. Tanko Yunusa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly observed. My name is Dr. Anthony Keme, a very obedient Nigerian in diaspora, and the co-chair of the advisory board of Niger We Can, a movement leading the effort to mobilize Nigerians in diaspora for the transformation of the homeland. It is my distinct pleasure and privilege to share with you my thoughts today on the role of diaspora as an important link in the Obidient movement and in the overall efforts to transform Nigeria, the Southeast, and the whole of Africa.
I strongly believe
I must start by asking the question, why are we here? Why are we mobilizing and organizing for this transformational effort? Because, like the rest of Nigerians, we are all sick. Hello, my fellow Obedients. I must start by acknowledging and recognizing the leaders of the Obidient movement. His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, Professor Pat Utomi, Chief Valentine Ozibo, and Dr. Tanko Yunusa. Distinguished.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Professor.
Ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly observed. My name is Dr. Anthony Keme, a very obedient Nigerian in diaspora, and the co-chair of the advisory board of Niger We Can, a movement leading the effort to mobilize Nigerians in diaspora for the transformation of the homeland. It is my distinct pleasure and privilege to share with you my thoughts today on the role of diaspora as an important link in the Obidient movement and in the overall efforts to transform Nigeria, the Southeast, and the whole of Africa. I must start by asking the question, why are we here? Why are we mobilizing and organizing for this transformational effort? Because, like the rest of Nigerians, we are all sick and tired.
That brought all of us here. In order not to bore you with what the previous speakers have said, as we move on to 2027, the big task before us is to make sure that Peter Obi captures his state, his home state, Anambra State. Without that, he will be the presidency of Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2027 on a weak note. As part of the Obidient, bad governance in Nigeria, Obidient, Labour Party. Now, as of today, with modern technology, making use of artificial intelligence and conventional security systems, the problem of insecurity in Anambra State can be surmounted. You talk of health. Health, we look at the modern, affordable, then we move to education. Today, in the world over, most countries that doesn't have technology, engineering, and mathematics, so that we can aid production and be number one in export and import. The same education goes through to agriculture because Anambra State is endowed with agricultural resources. Ladies and gentlemen, without taking more of your time, I am asking you to join hands with us in Labour Party to create a new Anambra State in order that the new Nigeria will be possible. Great obedience. Great obedience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable John Nwosu. Straight to the point. One more time, can we acknowledge Honorable John Nwosu as he takes his seat? I'm sure today is Symposium for Good Governance, and he's made his intentions and remark very clear for us. I'd like to welcome a senior bros, someone who I worked under during the 2023 general election. He needs no introduction, but he was the head of the mobilization team. I worked under him as Mobilization Officer 1. He's none other than Right Honorable Ben Chooks. Can we celebrate him as he comes here to give us a remark? Come on, put your hands together for Honorable Ben Chooks.
I'm with Joanna, Joanna. I'm with Joanna, Joanna. I'm with Joanna, Joanna. I'm with Joanna, Joanna. I'm with Joanna. Seta, logo, go bending corner. Why? Baby, oh, killing me, yo. Arabanco, Opayo, Oli Mama, Oferansi. Don't go, Mama, because you know, you don't go tired, make it down.
Obedience! Obedience! I salute all of us, and I have very little words to say. We have done well. We have done well. We have just started to do better. 2027 begins here. I tell you, verily, verily, I say unto you, tell it in the streets of Ashkelon. Mr. Peter Obi won the presidential election clean and clear. He will win it again. He will win it again. He will win it again. This time, we shall take power. We won before, we didn't take power. This time, we shall win and we shall take power. Go to your village, go to your family, go to your church, tell them the time to win in 2027 is now. I salute you.
Obidient akpata menyi. Obidient akpata menyi. Bomb isini kwatonye. Bomb isini kwatonye. Asimasi adu beji chebeni. Odikasi na akpata menyi. Asimasi adu beji chebeni. Odikasi na akpata menyi.
Thank you.
Pito biga bisoje. Pito biga bisoje.
Honorable Ben Chooks. Thank you. Maziam Ben Chooks, that's a very good one right there. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. If you are not in the Obidient movement, I wonder where you'll be. The joy, the fun, the energy, the essence is palpable. It's all that there is. I bring you special greetings from the founder, the global essence and coordinator of the Obidient movement, Mr. Peter Obi himself, who I just spoke with right now. And I can tell you that he is just rounding up a meeting, and he's very aware of everything that is going on here. Like I told you earlier, very quickly to the point, I like to introduce a leader, a father in the Obidient movement, a diplomat, a convener of the whole group, one who has done so much within our midst. I'd like to welcome Dr. Oseloka Obaze as he makes his remark. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let's welcome Oho upstage.
Iyo oh aye awe aye odogu nwoke agwa amara m ka iseme odogu mara mma aye iye aye osatiwenume agwa onye asa anyị jebe anyị ejebe aye ekelele m gị yo odogu nwoke obiọma agwa we.
Great Obidient. Ndi Anambra, Obidient. Let's try something. Even in a basana nemetu chimunobi.
Echichudo
Oganiru kagetere ya. Ogagebwe.
Echichoniro mezu Amara Chineke
Obaroba o Basara nemetu chimunobi.
Echichudo Oganiru kagetere ya. Ogagebwe Echichoniro mezu Amara Chineke
Anambra Kenemunu, Southeast Kenemunu, Abia, I salute you. Enugu, I salute you. Imo, I salute you. Thank you. Sorry. I beg no vex. But I salute you. Double. It's a wonderful day, and I'm glad we are all gathered here. Let me stand on this protocol as already existed. I salute the chair, the interim coordinator, my brother Val, John Nwosu, the general, everybody who's here. I have a simple message. I am obedient, and I have no apologies. And I believe that you are all obedient, that's why you're here. And in the Obidient movement, we have one leader, Peter Obi, who is not here today. But I am glad that he knows that we're here. They said we had no structure. They said we were 4 men in the room tweeting. I was one of those 4 men. And from no structure, we became a national movement. From no structure, we became an international movement. There are unsung heroes of this movement. You will see them in the brochures. They were the conveners. But the biggest heroes of this movement are the single individuals on the street of Nigeria. All of you here. The young man who stood in front of Peter's vehicle and spread his hands this way, all over. The only thing we are asking for is a new Nigeria, which we know is possible. Many have been called to lead this country. Most have let us down. Let's give Peter Obi the opportunity, and that opportunity starts here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Daddy Oho, Dr. Oseloka Obaze. a leader in the Obidient movement, one who has coordinated so much. All right. We're going to run a very fast course for just quick remarks. The representation or representative of the Anambra Support Group, are you here? If you're here, quickly make your way up to the stage, quickly. Where's the representation of the Anambra Support Groups? Are you here? The representative of the Anambra Support Group, are you here? Okay, while we're waiting that, I'd like to quickly take a remark from one of the lead, Nana Kazaure. Nana Kazaure, please make yourself up to the stage for a quick remark. Shivano Yagu, are you here? Shivano Yagu, are you here?
Umala keterulina, umala jaza takota dogo, umala keterulina lo, umala jaza takota dogo lo, anu sore majuku, oke soro ngwere mbambiri, okota ngwere oga konoke, onye no nebono, ebona noga naguya, o wane mpelo wewe meta, weni wewe sila.
Great obedient. Great obedient. Great obedient. And you are not here? We are the landlord. Observing standing on the existing protocol, I welcome everybody, appreciating our great leader, Dr. Yanusi Tanko. You are highly welcome to Anambra State. His Excellency, the great man of Obidient, we appreciate you. You are highly welcome. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your effort and your support to Obidient. My professor, you are highly welcome. The Obidient General, you are highly welcome. We welcome His Excellency, Mr. John Wosu, you are highly welcome. Obidient are saying you are highly welcome in our midst. Our senior leader, you are highly welcome, sir. You are highly welcome. And we welcome all the Obidient in the house. It's not easy. And our colleagues from Southeast, the Enugu State Coordinator, Ebonyi State Coordinator, Abia State Coordinator, and the Imo State Coordinator. You are highly welcome to Anambra State Southeast Symposium. Without wasting much of your time, we don't have much to say, but to say that today will be a remarkable day for the Obidient in Southeast. And we are going to do it again, both in Anambra State and in Nigeria at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dede, I need to apologize to you. You were supposed to speak immediately after Professor Pad, even before we had the Ohoha, but we'll make this very quickly. Nana Kazaure, please, your remarks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Ndi Anambra Ndewo.
Ndewo.
I have a friend who's from Onitsha, And I asked her to teach me a song because I was coming here. So I hope I can do justice to the song. Agame puru di pere
Chima, agama poro gisinala, tuara gimma, mewa, agame puru gibere. Chima, agama poro gisinala, tuara gimma.
Agame puru di pere.
Chima, agama poro gisinala, tuara gimma.
Thank you very much for that song. Yeah.
Biko kwana aka onye Hausa agụrụ aga ma iburu gị ikpere chim gị nọ n'ebe a kushi aka gị ike.
It gives me great pleasure to be here. I am from the northern part of Nigeria, but I am fiercely obedient. I do not have any apologies for being obedient. If you say you want good governance, if you say you want leaders that have integrity, if you say you want leaders that will listen to you, if you say you want leaders that will bring development to Nigeria, then you are obedient, irrespective of whichever party you belong to. Peter Obi, stepping up, gave many of us a platform to be able to express ourselves. And many of us are grateful to him for that. So, we need to brace ourselves. And the only charge I have for us today is, by the time we come back to Anambra, to Onitsha, this hall and outside should be overflowing with obedience. That means we need to be 5 times stronger. Because when you come up north, the story has changed. When we started, they laughed at us. They asked some of us if we are really from the north because we were supporting Peter Obi. And many of us are still with him, and we do not regret it. Because today, they're not buying bread cheaper. And they can see the renewed shege that T-Pain. Abi, you're not feeling it?
Where?
Are you buying fuel cheaper? By the time we come back to Anambra, I want to see many more people. Thank you to all of you who are here. But the next time, bring 5 people along. Let it be a chain that will reverberate all over Nigeria. They didn't see us coming in 2023. Now they will see us coming, and there's nothing they can do about it. Inshallah. Agame puru
Kibere, Chimo, agama poro gisinala, toro gimama. Listen, Ajia, because of this song you just sing now, you are going higher, yes you are. You are going higher every day. You are going higher, yes you are.
Let's go higher together. Why are we sitting down?
Onye Hausa na-agba egwu Chineke, gị nwa onye Igbo nọ n'ọdụ, ọ sị gị bilie ọtọ n'ụkwụ gị. You are going higher, yes you are. You are going higher every day. You are going higher, yes you are. Hey, go with Jesus to stay. You are going above the shadow, into the presence of God. Hey, into the presence of Jesus. You are going high every day.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the beauty of our country. This is the relevance of Nigeria. It's okay. Growing up, we went to the mosque and we go to church. I was born in Kaduna State in the 70s. There was no difference between Muslims and Christians. When you see the ladies who go to the mosque or to the church, they dress alike because it has to do with our culture. That being said, I just want to make a very quick remark because Nigerians are one of the people who do not know Nigeria. Nigeria is not Wazobia. Actually, Wazobia is one of the big problems that we have in Nigeria, and that's why the Obidient is coming to solve that. Many do not know. I was talking with a brother here, and he said, okay, you people that came from Onyausa. I say, yes, it's Onyausa we came from. There are over 250 languages in northern Nigeria. Adamawa State alone has over 100 languages. Taraba State has about 88 languages. The uniqueness of Nigeria is so rich, and the one thing that can bring a resolve to this is one of the things that the Obidient movement as a collective is pushing. That being said, Valentine Zibu, I needed to apologize to you. Before we move into the other stuff, I'm going to bring you up, but it's important to say this. Many do not know, but some of the things that have been, we wonder how His Excellency is able to traverse many countries across America in shortest possible time. It has to do with the ingenuity of Dr. Seloka Obaze, whom I've worked under. His ability to be able to organize and uniquely program processes of movement is out of the box. Another person who also has made it possible across board, because we need to give people their flowers. Give honor to whom honor is due. We are gathered here today and it's made possible because of the ingenuity of so many other people, but chiefly because of what Chief Valentine Ozigbo has put on ground, and we must give honor to him. And we need to acknowledge that. We are all the same, we are all one. This is an Obidient movement. As he comes up to speak, it's important to acknowledge what he has done, who he is, and where we are going to as a collective. Valentine Ozigbo is a father, is a leader in our movement. He's one who has contributed and has done a lot. He's an orator. He's an excellent, manager, a businessman. He has disappeared. I'm looking for him. He's coming back. So while 5 minutes, maybe he has so much load that he needs to. Okay. While we await him, I'd like to call on the general himself. Ikenna. I met somebody in the north. Hold on. When we were doing the campaign, somebody said, you are Ikenna machine. You couldn't call the other name. Muya Arewaba Majimagana. So the beginning of your name is Ikenna. The other name is, we don't want that, is his machine we saw there. Machine. Tell them about machine.
Great obedience. I will not take your time. Exactly almost 2 years ago, I was in Brussels as the PDP Chairman International, and I was told that Peter Obi, His Excellency, the former governor of Anambra State, is coming to the European Union. And I said, hey, I dropped PDP immediately and I went to the European Union and I walked in Peter Obi with this man standing here. Look at him. That's the first time I met this man. This man you are seeing here. We went into the EU and we told the European Union that, hey, gentlemen, we have a new president. I am glad to stand here today as Ikenna Azomchine ndị ba ekene unu bikonu onwe okwu nchọ ikwu 1 minute ihe nna anụ kịta bụ na ọkwa eme kịta ndị Igbo ha nara ekwe na emeche na a ga-disgrace Peter Obi. We will not disgrace Peter Obi in Anambra State in Jesus' name. Ọwụlụ ndị na-agwọ ọgwụ Urundi Amamba, Urundi court. I tibuch all of them. Yesterday, I was with the DSS and I told them, the top hierarchy, I told them, I will look into your eyes, I will bring the funding, but we need to kill all those people that are killing our people. So, based on that, Obidient movement, the two Afomundis Nana as a governor, I ain't with task. Once I ain't win Ranambra, any name is useless. I'm sorry to say that to you. I will tell you. Egom Kanji so Pitobi for 2 years. 1 naira Pitobi Ego rum coke. But I'm ready to spend more. To give Anambra Kayman Pitobi with the only president I get from Igbo land. I'm telling all of you. Let me address you in the language you understand. My good friend Karim. Mu ya Ariwa. Anyamura ya Ariwa. I affirm Ariwa. Mu igrima Ariwa. Mu makrata Ariwa. We will not disgrace you people. In Jesus' name. Because one second, I'm na not. Yes, school na not. I'm a house of man. I ain't happily any name for 2 years. We got around northern Nigeria. We make sure that Peter Obi became a brand. And a whole lot of us are not today because I'm not too. In America, a whole lot of them, they can't come back. Nyeluna Kabikon, let's governor secure our place. It is a task we have. You, all of us. And if we don't do it now, I walk one day and ask a professor, and what have you done on ground? And they killed 6 people in my community, 16. Dropped dead. The same place in the last 3 weeks. So, Kaka Babu. Ndiba Kaido Pongwa Yakananti. Obidient Jeraranu Nanano. I gave me a no buy. Thank you.
Imakwaroto Sidi and Action Nobi. Onye tinyaka nzobu 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 eti kolakage nzobu 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 ono kwanoga enyendebe
Thank you. What a word from the general himself, you know, very passionate, consistent, and firebrand. Tonight, this occasion today is so unique, and it was good that we have a representation from the North. When Nana spoke, she represented both the North and the gender equality. Baba Loye, please come and greet the people. This Baba has walked and transversed. He's a core obedient from the Southwest, and he has to greet you as we move forward. Please celebrate Baba Loye.
Thank you so very much. Great obedience. Great obedience. Yes. It's a very, very great challenge that we move from today to perfect the divine intervention of our Almighty Father to make Nigeria a real country. Nigeria is possible. A new Nigeria is possible. So all the way from the Southwest, I am challenged, and I'm telling you, we are going to work hard to make sure all Yorubas key into the Obidient movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know that the next meeting is moving to the northeast. We started from the northwest. We're here today, and it's been so fun. Are you having fun or what? I think the energy is right. The spirit is palpable. And at this juncture, I'd like to humbly welcome a father, a businessman, an orator par excellence, a leader in our movement. Is none of that than Mr. Valentine Osigbo. Put your hands together.
What? When I no be ya, Sirike. When I no be ya, when I no be ya. When I know 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 no be ya. Behind the baby emo. When I know to raja vokemo. Behind the baby emo. When I know to raja vokemo. Behind the baby emo. When I know to raja vokemo. Behind the baby emo. When I know to raja vokemo. 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 When I
Obedient movement. One second. Obedient movement. A new Nigeria is possible. Obedient movement. My leaders, my friends, I'm excited to be here. I am extremely happy to be here. I will start off with gratitude. Speak briefly, Basalo, our movement, and then I will come to Anambra State. And my first gratitude would go to God Almighty. God Almighty. He is the source of hope, life, and way. He is our creator. May his name be praised forever in Jesus' name. Secondly, I'd like to appreciate Onisiai, who is Excellency Peter Obi. I wish he was here. Kofu Hineme here today. His Excellency Peter Obi is a man I have tremendous respect for. He is that shining light in this country, that source of hope. And we know that indeed under him, Nigeria will witness a new dawn. That indeed under him, Nigeria will witness a new dawn. And I'll speak briefly on that very shortly. I want to thank our leaders from all dimensions. Mandi Kuloku, particularly for those who came from outside of the Southeast. A lot of them have been recognized already, from Dr. Tanko Yunusa to Karim Ibrahim, my good friend, to Nana, and all the other leaders. Biko, I salute you all. Welcome to Anambra State. Welcome to Onitsha. I want to thank my elders in the room, those who have been in this battle with us for a long time. His Excellency, Oseloka Obaze, I appreciate you. Bisike. I want to thank my own mother, the chairman of this occasion, Professor Stella Chinyere Okuna. I salute you, Nemochia. I have 2 wives. One of Bunkechineki Jackie Anyem Nako, my wife. Oji Gozibo, I greet you. But I also have a political wife.
who was my running mate when I ran for governorship in 2021. Azoka Nemo, I salute you. Some were already thinking I'm a polygamist. I am not. Let me appreciate all our elected members here. A lot of them are here from Justice Azoka, Jude Umenna Diego, Pat Okafo, Fred Ezenwa, Nigeria Henry Mbacho, and the rest of you. Let me appreciate all those who are in the trenches for different roles, either for senatorial or for governorship. We're all going to work in unity, in collaboration. It's on that note I want to appreciate you, John Wosu. No. I want to appreciate Okosisini Hiala, Don Chidi Amambo. I salute you. The General, Chuma Nzeribe, I salute you. A former member, House of Reps. Biko, there are many that I should acknowledge here today, but I'm going to rest on that. I want to make an error because but I have to sincerely applaud the organizing committee that put this together. Mazi is okay. Can we please give them a amazing round of applause? Thank you.
His Excellency Valentino Zubo.
I haven't greeted.
Valentino kam joga juju. Ikelelem, ikelelem wo, ikelelem. Ono na gulu gegu, onya mi wande, adala mo no bo. Eyes, away. Wayo.
Onyami, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. The real superstars in the room. The real superstars in local government today. May God bless each and every one of you in Jesus' name. Today. May God bless each and every one of you in Jesus' name. And I want to say a big thank you to those people who have coordinated the obedience. We have the harmonized team led by Anoy Yago. We have also the Cobden team. I've seen that. Once more, may God bless you all. This event, for me, is a dream can bring all of us together. For us to understand that unity will stand, divided we fall. If you do not understand the need for us to fix this country, fix the Southeast, and fix Anambra State, then you don't belong here. We are all hemorrhaging. We are all suffering. And indeed, we have to do all we have to do to get Anambra right. Because by the time we get Anambra right, I can tell you, we will get majority, if not entirety, of Southeast right. And by the time we do that, we will begin to get ready to usher in a new dawn in 2027, when Peter Obi will reclaim his mandate as Nigeria's president. The urgency, the importance is not lost on us. What we did in 2023 is a sign of what is possible. In 2023, people from all walks of life gathered together. They believed, they worked hard. Their dream was cut short, albeit temporarily. It is time to reignite that vision and push that momentum to yet another level. 2023, I have to say a big thank you. Each time I have an opportunity to speak, I appreciate particularly those who helped this movement in no small measure, who are not part of the Southeast. When people actually ask me, I said to them, my major heroes of this whole obedient thing that we did actually came out of the Southwest. When I think about President Obasanjo, Pa Adebanjo, David Hunde, Ndele Farotimi, can we give them all a round of applause? These are the people who stood by us when some of our own people couldn't even stand by us. And then when you look up north, a lot of them are here. Some are not here. I wish Aisha Yusuf is also here. The firebrand, amazing, obedient leader. All of these people, they gave us a reason to believe that indeed a new Nigeria is possible. A few things we left undone. This is time for us to finish that up. But like many speakers have spoken here, we can't belittle the importance of getting it right in particularly Anambra State in 2025. Anambra State 2025 is so important because it's going to be momentum building. It's going to give us what we call a spiritual upliftment. It's going to also provide a political bite. Because in the bias nana de manono, where Jebezia ilo. And it's on that note that I always preach Kedihaige Menanambra State, Kanambra where Chawapo. Kanambra Megene Chawapo. I have a document here which will pass around. This document is a governance framework for Kanambra Chawapo. Kanambra Chawapo. What does that even mean for a better and brighter Anambra State? It covers all that is important, from the physical to the spiritual, from the ideological to the political, from the governance to the actions that follow. Anambra is a unique state. We boast of a lot of strengths. We have done these things I'm talking about in the past. We're a state that have called ourselves the light of the nation. But that light is dim today. It is time for that light to blossom. Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine, so that people will acknowledge your good deeds and praise your God who is in heaven. For us to do this, we need to think about 2025. I will not bore you with all the contents. When you read through this, you will understand the ideology, the philosophy, the spirituality behind Kanambra Chawapo. I chose myself to Dubai Taiwan. Only here I got by mail for my Dubai a chocolate in the Anambra. But I knew him never. Umunnem never. Umunnem never. Here gather here today about politics. We are going to battle an incumbent governor in Anambra State in 2025. It's not going to be an easy task. The only thing we can do, we owe ourselves, is to come together as one. We must come together. We must come together. And that coming together means only one of us will be the candidate of our party. Only one of us. But let's do it properly. Ndi neighbor, our masses neighbor, the obedient neighbor. How we decide no negabo candidates? Because from the mouth, from the voice of our people is the voice of God. Ndi neighbor no say us we say no provalos bogabo candidate. I'll go back home. Because we need that unity of purpose. We need to come together. If you like Etu Anambra Day today, if you like the darkness that we're witnessing, the killings, the maimings, the bad roads, and all of that, because by all means, allow Onyena Chikita to continue. But if you reject the status quo, let's find a new light, a new dawn. And all I say to you, Bona, Valosbo will make Anambra proud as the next governor of Anambra State.
Carigo, VCO, Carigo, VCO, Carigo.
Today is not for campaign, and so I'm going to stop here. We need to pray for Anambra State. The last page of the document I shared is a prayer. If you do not mind, you can stand up and read this with me. Let us pray. Dear Father, we present Anambra to you with gratitude for your guidance and blessings. Your word in Proverbs 29:2 reminds us that godly leadership brings joy while wicked rule causes suffering. We acknowledge our shortcomings and beseech you to forgive our sins. As the light of nations, Matthew 5:16 inspires us to shine by showcasing good deeds that glorify you. We strive to be instruments of evangelization, spreading your love. We ask that you choose a godly and righteous leader for Anambra State. May our actions and words reflect your light, inspiring others to draw closer to you. We offer this prayer through Christ our Lord.
Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key. Hallelujah. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master key.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chief Valentine Ozigo, I think you spoke very well as a leader, as a father, and as one who understands and epitomizes the spirit of the Obidient movement. There's something that you said that is very crucial, that you remember the meeting we had in Abuja, where we said that regardless, today is not campaign, it is symposium, but it's very important for the Obidient people to listen to this because it's also a time to give clarifications to issues that we're dealing with. I remember in that meeting, we spoke about the fact that if the Obidient movement does not warehouse and does not become a clearinghouse for whichever party we choose, there's going to be a problem. Some of the issues that we've had, it is because the party that has become the vehicle that we have used have not followed the dictates and the values of the Obidient movement. And so I concur for what you have said, that we must all come together and ensure a unity of purpose as we move forward. We would acknowledge all the House of Rep members that are available. We will do that. There are several people that we might not be able to fully acknowledge today because it is a symposium. But if you're here and you're not acknowledged, I want you to just know that we will do as many as we can. But bear with us in one essence and in one unity of spirit. We're going to take some virtual moments of clips of messaging. But before then, I'd like to welcome one of the leaders in our movement that has done us proud across board. He's also an artist, he's a doctor, he's an ambassador, he's one who epitomizes the energy of the Obidient movement. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have Dr. Money as he gives us some embellishment musically here today.
Obedient, great obedient, greatest obedient, greatest obedient. I am not quite here. Una no queer? Obuni manibo obedient to Kuloto. Obidient ọbụna ịmalị na ịbụ obidient kwụrụ ọtọ. Before I go, achọrọ m onye ọbụla ịkwụ ọtọ. Stand up if you know you are obedient. Obedient! Let's go, let's go, let's go. No time. Let's go, DJ. Enulia? Our education, give us a better constitution. Mama, big or whatever. Never bad, or whatever. Obedient, or whatever. Obedient, or whatever. Be obedient, be obedient, be obedient. I am slow. Be obedient, be obedient, be obedient. I am slow. Dr. Money, be able to yeah.
Fulfill records.
DJ Wagwa.
For real records. Home to the world. JKR for real. You suppose. For real. Be my brother, man. Oh, you supposed to be my brother, man. No be stranger. See me as your brother. Two faces talk and don't be stranger. Fulfill records.
Yeah.
For real records. Home to the world. JKR for real.
Yeah.
You supposed to be my brother, man. Oh, yeah. You supposed to be my brother, man. Don't be stranger. See me as your brother. Two faces talk and don't be stranger. I want oh no, my brother from another mother. You and I got my own, yeah. You got your own, yeah. I got my own. So why one comes to support me? I got my own, yeah. You got your own, yeah. I got my own. So why you one comes to support me? Oh yeah. competition as you see me. I got my mission. I need your motivation as you see me. No confusion. Intermission, no confusion. Intermission, we need no vision. Forward never, backward never. We taking over, we going higher.
Yeah. Kanambara chawa Ozibo. For real. DJ quick one. Kanambara kwadonu Valentine. Ozibo. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. Please, for us to continue now, let's recognize leaders of the Obidient movement from the 5 southeastern states. Abia, please step up. Leader of Anambra State, leader of Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo. Just 1 minute for you to talk to the people, and we continue, please. Let's recognize the leaders of the 5 states. Just one person will speak on your behalf for 1 minute. Leaders of Anambra, the host, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, and Abia. Great Obidient. Obidient movement. I can hear you. Obidient movement. Obidient movement. Okay. My name is Prince Solomon, the leader of Obidient movement, one of the leaders of the Abia State delegation here. Let me also start on the protocol. We have a number here. We have a we have a Boeing State here. Since they give us 1 minute, we just make it 1 minute. But let me start by thanking our leader, the national and the local coordinator. We thank you, sir, for the effort and everything you are doing. I will not fail to thank Mr. Ezoke and my own leader, Mr. Elomba, and Magic Finger. We have come a long way. I don't have much to say. All the actors are coming from Abia. And today it is working in Abia. We did it last 2023. Abia deliver. Out of the 36 states, Abia deliver. And you can make it happen. But I have a word for our leader, Mr. Bidoni. And that word is this. The federal government, they try to mock him by calling him a Nigerian version of Trump. And today, won the election. I just want him to be strong. I know he is not here, he will watch this program. He is called the Rock. Let him continue to be the Rock. We, the leaders, are solidly behind him. We are not shifting gears despite whatever we are seeing. All we will tell him is, as they are trying to mock him, they have prophesied that he is the Trump version of Nigeria. And 2027, we will take power. But let me come home by saying, our own man, Mazi Ozibo, we will first do it in 2025. That's 2025. That is next year. We have many Abians living in Anambra. Even if one will come, we will tell them we have one blood. Whatever we tell them, they will do. We will deliver 100 over 100 because you are a man that can put Anambra right. So on that note, I want to hand over the mic. I want to say we are strongly behind our leader in Abia State. No shaking.
Yeah.
You were meant to speak for the Southeast. See, we brought the 5 leaders and we said, let one person speak on your behalf. You're all one, we're all obedient. Huh? Because of time. Is anybody saying anything different?
Great Obidient. My name is Ano County Vigilus from Imo State. Yes, I want to thank everybody here. For those of us who are Christians, who read the Bible, there was a time somebody called Nebuchadnezzar was in charge. 3 young men changed the narrative. We are too many to change the narrative in Nigeria, and I believe we can do that. Great obedience. Let us do more. We can do it. Thank you very much.
Great obedience. I stand here very proud as an Eboyan and a lead coordinator for Ebonyi in the 2023 elections. Apart from Anambra State, Ebonyi gave the second highest vote from all states in the Federation to His Excellency Peter Obi. We are very, very proud of it. We stand on it. We have come here to do it again and do it better this time. Thank you very much.
Great obedience. Great obedience. Obedience is a movement. And this movement will never stop until we get to our destination in Jesus' name. And from Ebonyi State. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Akwamuna gidi nama, onye tewo tori meya. Iyo o, onwa idi jede. Onwa idi jede.
Thank you.
Onye a na-ekwu, were ihe ọ na-eme.
Onyami, thank you
Onye a
very
na-ekwu,
much.
were ihe ọ na-eme. MC Dodo, Magic Finger Biko, Osecha photo nkwụsị, ọ na-ese foto. Iyo, VCO nwoke ọma. Valentine ozugbo, nwanne Peter Obi. Valentine, onye a na-ekwu, were ihe ọ na-eme. Onye amị a na-ekwu okwu ya, were egwu ọ na-agụ. Iyo, oh.
Thank you.
His Excellency Valentine ozugbo. His Excellency Valentine ozugbo.
Thank you.
Ezinne Ojugo lee m anya. Gwara m Valentine, EFCC emechiela anyị ike. Ọ na-aba na-akụ egwu ndị mmadụ na-agbanye ego. Mana kemgbe EFCC pụtara ego ala. Anyị gbara ka abịa egwu, anyị agbara ka wela. Valentine ozugbo, enyekwele m Nigeria money do, maka na EFCC nọ n'ụzọ. Ọ bụrụ dọla do, Valu nyelubu ya. Ọ bụrụ dọla do.
All right, thank you.
Valu nyelubu ya.
Let's celebrate.
I will not stop this music unless He bless me.
Let's celebrate.
I cannot stop this music unless He bless me. Wait, brother, enwere ife ọ na-eme. Vala bịawago nso. Ifugo n'ife m na-agwa gị. Ice. PA, wotuta aka gị n'ala. Ekwele ka ụwa ahụ ya. Jiri nwayọ, nye m ya. Jiri nwayọ, nye m ya.
Thank you. Onyami, can we celebrate him? Nigeria has got them in diversities. Onyami, thank you. You've not only added color to this event, but you've also made the Obidient movement proud. We celebrate you and we thank you for your ingenuity. We're moving to another segment of this event that is very important. Okay, I would like to say that for those of you coming up stage, please do not come up stage if you're not called. People are watching all over the world. Please don't cross this place. People are watching all over the world, and I'd like to acknowledge we are upsetting the global audience that are watching. My name is Dr. Moses Paul, and excellence is what I do wherever I go. And as part of their obedient culture, we need to learn the propriety of stage. This is very important for where we are going. Please do not come up stage until you are given the protocol of passage. I want to announce to you that people are watching from America. People are watching from Europe. We want to acknowledge in this place all those who are watching online. Can we put our hands together for them? There are more people connected to this event. I'm sure our principal is watching. People are watching across the globe and want to say, Vivian and all the other people who are watching, all the comrades across Nigeria, we acknowledge you. We want to thank you. We appreciate you. It's been podcast in different platforms and different stations. That's the energy and the essence that we are. I will reiterate once again, the mothers and the fathers, all the representation, aunties and uncles that are here today, whether your name is called or not, those who are sitting in this room and those who are watching, we do acknowledge you because you are the real spirit of obedience. There are many obedients who have been killed because they came out to vote. What do we say to them? Our essence is in our unity. What I'm saying is very important. As we move on from this, where is the Uniband? The guy from Uniband, please come. Just in 1 minute, and I'd like to welcome, once we do this, Chairman, you're going to come up. Our national coordinator, you're going to come up. And also Ibrahim Abdul Karim, you're going to come up for the next segment of what we want to do. Let's have your presentation quickly. Uniband, Obidient, please make it quick, snappy, 1 minute. Let's have your presentation.
Good day, everyone. I'm a young youth of the Republic of Nigeria. These eyes of mine have seen so much pain and misconduct in my country. But I'll tell you this, there is hope. There is a movement that fights against chaos. A movement that when the North, the South, the East and West all come together, even the old and young, they come together with one vision, one mind. They see beyond tribe. They see beyond anything like religion. They see beyond the horizon. You all must be wondering, what movement is this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this movement is the Obidient movement. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Osar Gabon Divan, and we're here live in the morning news. Ladies and gentlemen, there is chaos occurring. And right now...
Yes, so there is chaos, my people. As a Nigerian student, we are affected by the cost of accommodation. Prices of textbook has gone up. ASU is on one side. They want to go on. They strike more than Ronaldo. My people, Unado.
If Ronaldo...
Oga, no need for us to dey speak English for this matter because sometimes I no understand wetin dey sup. Me sef, I be graduate. I study fine art for school, but money no dey to take boost my dreams. All the colors man suppose dey paint things, I don use am paint my hair. My people, you too say e dey normal for a boy to tint the hair pink? I no understand the cost of living. E don pass the living. Even breadwinner no get money to buy bread. Wetin dey happen? We need to come together. We need to seek justice for our country. We need people who know the way that then we go follow because I don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have all heard it here first. Even the common Nigerian man, the market women, the students, even the young, vibrant, and talented, if not creative youths of our nation, even the professionals too, are in the thick of it all. Nigeria, where did it all go wrong? Will we ever find a hope?
I am Nigeria, a market woman, the citizens and the students. Our hand is being rough from works. I see the dreams in my eyes. The promises and hopes are being pinned in the brightest dawn. Give us loan, fair loan to make us grow. Yes, fair loan to make us go. Good roads and lights, steady lights for us. We need schools to shine, a skill to learn. We need our voice to be heard out there. Our justice needs to be decided. Justice needs to be divine. Yes. Our solution is good leadership. Good leadership. A better Nigerian, a new Nigerian is possible if we all come out and choose the right decision. If we all come out and start making good decisions for ourselves. Look, the main thing is that we all as citizens, if we come outside, start making decisions for ourselves, start making priorities for ourselves, choosing a good leader, a leader that is willing, or a leader with capacity, a leader with competency, a leader with character. Let's forget about tribe. Let's forget about ethnic religion. Let's forget about ethnic religion. Let's choose our right leader. Say yes to voting. When next time the opportunity comes, yes, when next the opportunity comes, we should all come outside. All come outside and choose our vote. We should vote our right, vote our good leaders, and we should stay and defend our votes. Yes, it's better. It is better for us to stay awake for 2 days, 2 good days, defending our vote, watching our vote, than us having sleepless night for 4 years because of bad leadership. Bad leadership, hard economy, no, it's bad. That's why we rise up, the market, the classroom, and also the streets. We rise together as one Nigerian. We rise together. We rise together as one. We rise together with one voice. We rise together to make Nigeria complete. We stand side by side. We fight for our vote. We fight for good leadership. That's why I said, join the movement. Stay obedient. A good Nigeria, a better Nigeria, a new Nigeria is possible. Thank you.
Come on, put your hands together for actors. Thank you so much. What a message. Right on point. We acknowledge you and we thank you. God bless you. Thank you. News has it that one of Nigeria's best is in the building. One of Nigeria's best. Where is Chief Okon? I hear say Chief Okon in this building. I beg, where you there? Can help me look for Chief Okon? No.
Okon, Amanam. 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 Amanam.
Continue making noise. Continue. I hear say the reason why they make noise now because of food. If nothing will inspire you to do the right thing in 2027, it is this situation where they see now. Food don't come scatter event. You have, my brothers, anybody who is struggling for food, struggle, make noise. Let this event stop. You have a right. Do you know what you're eating? The rice is over 100,000. A bag of rice. And they say you should not make noise. Make noise. Shout. Make noise. Scream. Who told you you don't have right to shout? People come here and say that you should be orderly. Do not be orderly. Oh. Rise Another wine, rice. Rice and stew. Huh? Continue to make noise so that anytime they call somebody a guest speaker to come and speak, he will know that if things continue like this, he no go walk. I beg. I am very happy to come here and greet you people. Siamo, I'm happy to come here and greet you. Now what they won't give so. And I am happy that everybody is rowdy. If I had an opportunity, what I would have done would have been to go without microphone. My Oga, the national leader of the Obidient movement, I salute you, sir. You're a great man. The incoming governor, by the grace of God, of Anambra State, my big friend, Valentine Ozigbo. See, let me tell you, there is one thing I like about him. He is a perfect gentleman. Yes. He didn't lose the elections fair and square the other time, but he said, okay, I respect the Constitution of the Federal Republic. I respect the will of Anambra people. Whether they were twisted into a decision, whether I was rigged out, it is okay. Let me take a walk. My brothers, my sisters, I may not be from Anambra, but I have very serious ties to Anambra State. The market, back in the day, I don't blow now. I'm an OG. I don't blow now. I didn't become famous in the era of social media. The market that sold or that sells the films and circulated the films that made me nationally and internationally famous is in Anambra. I can tell you, Okon is a brand, but that brand was made popular by an Igbo man and Igbo men. Meaning, without Igbo men, there may not have been an Okon. That is why this is very dear to me. You do not fix what is not broken. Now they hear me? You do not fix what is not broken. This man you're seeing here is not broken. There is nothing to fix. There is no adjustment to make. Just copy and paste. Please, I don't know the leadership of Labour Party in Anambra State, but I beg you people. I beg you, I may not be able to vote, but the truth is I love Anambra. Allow them do consensus candidacy. Allow them carry this thing go. Because the truth is, if he is governor of Anambra State, Anambra will be truly reflective of its potentials. That is the truth. Anambra individually are giants. Collectively, I don't know what it be. You have individual giants in Anambra State that entrepreneurially, very many Nigerians may not be able to cough where they are talking. But the synthesis of them together in Anambra State, I still they drive around on Onitsha with potholes. Why? Truth be said, I was to launch in Anambra. Yes, PA, no be so? Now me carry myself by myself, come out. Because I am from Akwa Ibom and my state is beautiful. And I wanted to go somewhere that is somewhere close to it. But the environment I saw here was not reflective of it. That is why I will hold you in the neck, sir. You must make Anambra walk. And everybody should do so. Put your hands, join your hands, all hands on deck to make sure you create with your collective will the Anambra you want to see. And for our leader, Peter Obi, please, sir, national coordinator, our leader, please, this is what I think we should do. It is not in blah, 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 blah. All right? We know how we were edged out. We know the legal argument that edged us out at the point of litigation. Let us see how we can campaign vigorously to make IREV a right and not a privilege. Let us make IREV a right and not a privilege, so that the electoral umpires will not say, you don't have any right for us to transmit. We were only doing you a favor. So let us make it a right and not a privilege. It is okay. I came here. I am happy for the Obidient movement to be associated with me. You have very many sensible people, but you decided to associate with an idiot. Thank you so much for all you've done. May God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, make I take this one. Make I.
And when you tempted Jehovah, I will boyo amibe. And when you tempted Jehovah, I will boyo amibe. And when you tempted Abasa, oh, I will boyo amibe.
Well, we're running out of time, but we'll quickly take 2 minutes each from those who are supposed to address us in the diaspora. Media, can we have Vivian all the way from America? 2 minutes, and then we have Nexus Share, another 2 minutes very quickly. Okona, no green, I'll make I leave you. Yes, please publish and give it some volume quickly. Vivian, we can see you. If you can see us, please, you have 2 minutes to make your remarks. Thank you.
Obidient movement.
A new Nigeria is possible.
Obidient movement.
A new Nigeria is possible.
Miss Madam Chairperson, great senior elders, I want to stand on existing protocol. I observe all protocols. The time is of the essence. So I want to thank those who have organized this wonderful, wonderful event. I am so pleased. I was so thrilled. I was kind of concerned that we might not have all this crowd here because of the timing. It was organized in a short time, but I'm so pleased to see so many people. And I thank Obedience for carrying on with this spirit. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. From our people in the north, Barka de Zoa, welcome. Those in the south, Cabo, southwest. And my people Undibo, Dalunuo, Yagazie. So I've been to talk a little bit about diaspora perspective. There are so many things to talk about on governance from diaspora perspective, but I'll just take very few because time is brief. One, when we talk of governance, I mean, I have PowerPoints prepared, but there is no need because of time. I would have shared that. I could still share that with the organizers. But we want to talk about our governance. Each time we talk about governance, we want to be focusing on those in power. I think we in diaspora, we want our people on ground who are presently our voices to know that we want shared governance. Shared governance means we have the power and we should be able to use our power. Not every time those who are in positions, whether they were really elected or they grabbed it, will just dominate us. So we want you to begin to think along with us, how do we ensure that this governance is shared? If someone takes your stuff and you do nothing about it and you cry and weep and say, I won't get my stuff again, you lose all the way. So I thank people, everyone, for keeping the spirit up. And I'm asking us to please begin now to sensitize, begin now to call back those who have left. Many of the people who exited their support groups, because of the pain, it was very painful for us. When our mandates were taken away, it makes me keep remembering the story that Patrice Mulumba talked about Somoza. He said, I won the vote. The man said, I won the vote. And Somoza said, but you did not win the count. Think about it. We win the vote, we didn't win the count. Why? Because it is the vote that should be the count. And that is where what we in diaspora want our voices presently, that happen to be you. If we look at from the political side, there are things we want you to be thinking about doing. We want to strategize. We want you to strategize about, look, how long are we going to be dominated by people who took our count? So please, let's encourage each other that we should not forget the vote. We should not lose sight of the vote is still important. If it wasn't important, they wouldn't make effort for us to vote. So those who have become disillusioned by so many different things that happened, both from the party and in other places, please just wake them up. Tell them, if you leave now, it's like when Christ asked his apostles, will you also leave? Peter said, to whom shall we go? If you abandon your homestead, your country, what will happen? You will have no more voice. For as long as we live, let us make ourselves a promise. Let us be determined that we will continue to push for what is right. Push for this new Nigeria that is pierceable. I say pierceable. It's pierceable because right now he is still who we have. He is the best we have. And the whole of African continent is looking at us and depending on what we do, depending on our democracy. And right now, our democracy makes us sad. But it's still us that will turn it around. So let us begin to look at those when we're talking about the political governance, the three arms of government. Right now, we don't have independent arms. So those of us at the grassroots, let us begin to trigger some of the existing rights for people that are there in National Assembly that instead of being independent and working for us, they are singing on your mandate we shall stand. So no independence.
Even if you can hear me.
Can you guys hear us?
Yes, we're saying that. Just do a closing remark. We can hear you and we really appreciate the things you've said so far. Just give us 1 minute closing there.
Okay, 1 minute closing. I want us to say diaspora is very significant. When we fund home, because when they talk about diaspora contributions, remittances, they talk about $100 billion. That is just a tip of the iceberg. That doesn't contain the real data, the real information, the real money we send, the real things we do. So let those who are home remember that they are our voices and we want them to stay strong, because when they stay strong, we can continue. And I want to end with one thing. This is a song that I want us to all to put our hands on our heart and sing it with our whole heart and our whole might, that we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. By faith in Christ, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Thank you very much for that.
It's Southeast. Make sure you vote and don't disappoint our other people who are with us with PO.
Thank you, Vivian, for that warm encouragement and speech all the way as part of the diaspora community. Can you plug in Nexus Share all the way from New Jersey? Let's take the speech by Nexus Share. Nexus Share is online. Let's take his speech quickly. Media, connect Nexus Share. Thank you.
That's a picture of this man. Oh, yeah.
Nexus Share, I can see you. If you can hear me, we're ready for you. We're getting you on the big screen now. We're live here in Anambra. Yes. And we're all seated and waiting for you. Once the audio comes up, we will just take it from there. All right, we can hear you. Next, share. The stage is yours.
All right, thank you. Hello, Obidient family, and salutations to all Obedients worldwide. As we are in Anambra State today, I think it's proper to say, Indibai Akenemuno. To all the coordinators of this glorious event, including Maze, Ezoke, and all the Obidient movement supporters, and the groups and leaders, I thank you and I salute you. To our phenomenal MC, thank you. To our current and former elected leaders, we thank you. I stand on all existing protocols. To our traditional rulers and chiefs, I greet you. And thank you all. The energy in the room is palpable, and I truly wish I could have been there in person. As Dr. Mo said, my name is Nexus C. I'm the founder of Naija We Can. I'm an attorney by trade, a litigation and trial partner at an international law firm in New York. It was an honor to work with His Excellency Peter Obi and so many others to help galvanize diaspora support in connection with the 2023 election. And I'm incredibly honored to speak to you today as part of this historic movement, one that has unified Nigerians across the globe with one shared goal: to bring to fruition the promise of a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria that will stand united across tribe and religion against all odds. A Nigeria free of corruption, with access to exceptional education and healthcare, the requisite infrastructure, and a thriving economy. A Nigeria where every single Nigerian, despite social status and where their roots began, has a shot at success, as defined only by the bounds of their imagination, their dreams, and their aspirations. A Nigeria where the government helps facilitate your goals and not stands as an obstacle to them. Every time I listen to His Excellency Peter Obi and his promise for a new Nigeria, and listen to obedient leaders like Dr. Mo, OHO, Eseluka Baze, His Excellency Valentine Odibo, and so many others in the room who have spoken today, I'm filled with incredible hope for the promise of a new Nigeria. I'm reminded, as Vice President Kamala Harris recently stated, sometimes the fight takes a while, but that doesn't mean we won't win. And we will win this fight for a new Nigeria, no matter how long it takes. And here's how Naija We Can help. Naija We Can is the first of its kind 527 U.S. nonprofit political organization registered in Washington, D.C. It was created to empower Nigerians in the diaspora to be heard on critical issues, including policy and leadership selection. And the goal is simple: to forever change campaign financing in Nigeria, to put an end to strongmen and political godfathers having an outsized role in leadership selection in the country, and to provide Nigerians all over the world, and in the diaspora specifically, with a voice. Through Nigeria We Can, everyday Nigerians around the world, through small, medium, and large donations, can help fund the campaigns of the candidates of their choice. Nigerians are empowered to turn their economic power to political might by facilitating contributions to exceptional candidates of their choice, like His Excellency Peter Obi, like VCO, and so many others, and to help power historic movements like the Obidient movement, like our movement. Nigeria We Can was structured taking into account the regulatory framework both in the United States as well as in Nigeria, believing in radical transparency, where every donation is monitored and acknowledged by those who we work with. The Nigeria We Can platform allows support groups across the diaspora to take full ownership of their fundraising efforts. It provides them with the independence to build and grow their respective communities, all the while bringing all those funds together in a single fund that can be monitored by the candidate of their choice, provided that candidate with a resource to power their campaign to the finish line. I'm proud to share that recently we launched a game-changing partnership in Nigerian politics, the Obidient movement, partnering with the Nigerian diaspora through Nigeria We Can, giving every Nigerian worldwide a chance to invest in this historic movement for change. At the launch of the event, distinguished Obedients like Dr. Yunus Atanko, Professor Patu Tomi, Dr. Mo, and His Excellency Valentine Valozibo spoke about the power of the Nigerian diaspora in transforming our economic strength into political might. And more importantly, the importance of shared responsibility to unlock Nigeria's great potential. Our mission is straightforward, but powerful: to unite the global Nigerian diaspora in supporting the Obidient movement, channeling our resources and our shared sense of responsibility to drive real change at home. It is simply unfair for us to sit back as you all on the front lines are fighting the fight on our behalf. We have to share in that fight, and we can do so through our contributions. We're also a vehicle to build coalitions and government and non-governmental support for good governance in Nigeria through advocacy, engagement, and thought leadership. I know that many of you, as many of us all in the diaspora, were deeply disappointed in the 2023 presidential election. The promise of uploading real-time polling unit results was dashed by INEC, and a widespread vote rigging unfairly shifted the outcome of the election. In the aftermath of that election, Nigeria We Can penned an open message to President Joe Biden, encouraging President Joe Biden to shine bright and stand with the Nigerian people. That advocacy will continue under the leadership of President Trump. Without question, Nigeria is going through difficult times now. But in times of hardship, we find resilience. As the late, great Martin Luther King once said, "It's only when it's dark enough can you see the stars." And today, I want to remind each and every one of you in this room, and all the Obedients across the country, that despite these dark times in Nigeria, you are the stars. Those of you on the front lines of this effort, including all the Obidient movement groups present today, each and every one of your contributions from every one of you are seen and appreciated. You represent the light that will guide Nigeria forward. And you are not alone. Together, through shared responsibility and effort, we will collectively light the path to a new Nigeria for the whole world to see and follow. Together, we will strategize, build, work side by side for a future we can all be proud of. A Nigeria grounded in transparency, accountability, justice, and equity. And on behalf of the diaspora, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each of you for your unyielding determination. You are on the front lines of this effort. Your dedication, the work of all the incredible support groups, and the unwavering commitment of our obedient leaders, Dr. Mo, Dr. Yunus Otanko, Aisha Yusuf, OHO Osalake Obaze, our board member Ibrahim Abdukarim, Professor Pat Utomi, His Excellency VCO, and of course His Excellency Peter Obi. All serve as pillars of this movement. Thank you for standing firm and inspiring us all. Our goal at Nigeria We Can is to help ensure that the Nigerian diaspora does its part as well. So I'm asking each of you today to reach out to your friends, your family, uncles, colleagues, everyone abroad. It's going to take all of us working together to achieve the promise of a new Nigeria. Let them know about Nigeria We Can and the importance of supporting this movement and powering this effort with their donations, not just with their words, but with their donations and their contributions.
Thank you.
And finally, I urge you to visit nigeriawecan.org today and encourage others to do so, particularly Nigerians in the diaspora. We can all make a difference, and every bit counts. If you want to get involved or you know someone who would like to get involved, please do let us know. It will take all hands on deck to help elect obedient leaders into elected positions. Working together as one, I can assure you, as many have said today, that Anambra 2025 is possible, and indeed Nigeria 2027 is possible. The work continues. Thank you for your continued dedication and for your unwavering belief in the promise of a new Nigeria. Together, we can achieve the future we dream of. Thank you, and thank you again.
Thank you so much. Next year. Thank you. What an amazing submission right there. While you're up there, next we have an award for Nigeria We Can for all the outstanding performances, your ingenious, all the things you've done to galvanize the diaspora across, your impact in the last 2023 general election, the support you have given, financial contribution and galvanizing the entire diaspora. And we know that even now you're going to do much more. So while you're there, I want to welcome Professor Stella Okuna upstage. I also want to welcome Dede Valos to go upstage. Before I bring in the national coordinator, we just want to do this round. I'm going to have him come up shortly. But because we have Chief Mazi here, Chief Mazi is going to take the award on your behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in the room. Thank you. It's a collective effort. It doesn't take one person, it takes us all. And so this award means so much to me and to so many of us in the diaspora. But we thank you all on the front lines for all that you're doing for us.
Please come here. I want Prof and Dede, please come here. Dr. Decker, you will hand it over to them collectively. Both of them are going to give the award on behalf of Nigeria We Can to Mazi. So Mazi, stand there. We want this documented and recorded. So this is an award. Okay. Yes. No, he's receiving it on their behalf. Okay.
Award of Merit given at the Southeast Obedient Movement Symposium, given in appreciation to Nigeria We Can for all they are doing in support of this movement. Thank you, congratulations, and God bless you.
And at this juncture, while the protocol is being done, I want to call on the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement for his award, Dr. Eunice Tanko. Yes, I know you look surprised, but we're welcome. Please come up on stage because there's an award of performance of doggedity, grassroots, the characterization of the Obedient Movement. Doc, just stay, let them finish their photograph, then you. Okay. Yes, Dr. Eunice Tanko, please.
I need to read this. To our cherished global leader of Obedient Movement, and that's you, Dr. Tanko Yunusa, presented by the Obedient Movement of Anambra State Support Groups. Congratulations. Very well deserved.
Can we give him a warm applause for that? Dr. Eunice Tanko receiving his award of performance and excellence.
Just to appreciate you, our global leader. You are welcome to Anambra State. This is a sign of appreciation. You are welcome, sir.
And at this point, I want to say a big thank you to Chief Valentine Ozigbo and also Professor Stella Okunna Mama for that gesture. Yes, thank you so much. Doctor, you're not going yet. Thank you so much, Chief Valentine Ozigbo and Professor. Thank you. Right about now, I'm going to call some names because Dr. Eunice Tanko is going to be doing us some rituals of award presentation. Awards. I want to call out some names. Please, if you hear your name or you are the representative of the group, kindly make your way upstage. I'd like to call on Professor Nina Oti or the representative. If you're here, please kindly make yourself come up upstage. Professor Nina Oti broke the jinx. She stood out tall where darkness was covered the entire electoral machinery. She stood up tall to ensure that the jinx was broken. It's a characterization and a representation of what the obedient energy and spirit is about. That dignity is what we're celebrating today. Wherever you are, Prof, we want you to know that we acknowledge you, and today you're going to be awarded, and Dr. Eunice Tanko is going to serve the award to whoever is representing Professor Nena Oti. The next online to come up on stage before these performances are done. Are you receiving on our behalf? Okay. So we'll go ahead right now. Dr. Eunice Tanko, I'd like you to present the award on behalf of Professor Nena Oti.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this particular award is particularly very, very important and dear to my heart particularly. The reason why this award is so important is this. Professor Nena Oti distinguished herself as a true professor who researched and gave us results. And she also shaped character, doggedness, and determination. She also showed courage, because it was out of her courageousness that we have the new governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti. Because if she has caved in, maybe the Labour Party wouldn't have had a governor. So we will use that as a point of call for the obedient movement for good governance. Because out of good governance, you have good quality leaders. And it was through her doggedness that we have the leadership that we are having in Anambra, in Abia State. So we thank you, Dr. Professor Oti, for this. Yes, but you are connecting on our behalf. We want to thank you so much for this, and God bless you. We will use you as a point of contact for progress in Nigeria. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you. That is Distinguished Member, Obidient Movement, Hall of Fame 2024 Award. Next in line is Ngozi Onyogosi, Obidient Award Hero of Democracy 2024. If you're here, please make your way up stage.
Is she here?
If she's not here, we'll receive the award. Chief Mazio Izioke is more than capable to receive the award on behalf of Ngozi Onyogosi.
This is another person who has also shaped courage and determination. She particularly refused to collect bribe in terms of elections. And this is the kind of leaders that we want in Nigeria. Because out of our actions, we have quality leaders. So we thank you, Ngozi Onyogosi. May God continue to bless you and give you wisdom as you continue to support good governance in Nigeria. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you. Please, this next category is Obidient Movement All-Time Founding Members Award. If you're here, you just make yourself up to the stage so that we can take them in quick succession. Who is representing Team Oho? If you're here, kindly make yourself up to the stage. Team Oho. If the representation of Like Minds for Peter Obi is here, LMPO, please run up stage. Just run up stage and stay. Just stay behind here quickly. Take Back Niger, TPN representative, or because I know that the leader is here, please make yourself up stage. Nigeria needs Peter Obi, NNPO, please be up stage. Peter Obi Support Network, POSN, please make yourself up stage. Peter Obi National Mandate. Ponam, please make yourself up stage. Women for Peter Obi, WPO, please quickly come up stage. Peter Obi Candidacy Movement, POCM, Associate of Peter Obi, APO, please make yourself up stage. Peter Obi Ambassadors, POA, make yourself up stage. Peter Obi to the Rescue Group, PORG, come up stage. Nigerian Diasporas for Peter Obi, NDPO USA, make yourself up stage. Yes, Peter Obi Support Group. Yes, POG. Or yes, PORG. Make yourself up stage. Last but not the least, Up North Ambassadors.
Congratulations.
Up North Ambassadors. UNA. Kindly make yourself up stage.
Like mine. No, just hold on. Please don't go. Don't go.
All right. Dr. Tanko, it's time to begin.
Take Back Niger. Congratulations. Congratulations.
They need the photo ops, please.
Peter will be supporting on good.
Hold on. Hold on, Dr. Tanko. Dr. Tanko.
Okay, that's good.
Dr. Tanko, we need the photo ops. Can you hold on? Okay, fantastic. NNPO.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Which group is this, sir? Okay, who is going to hold the plaque? You're holding. So you stay here, they'll give you.
NNPP for USA.
NN.
Yes, Paul.
Ponam.
Okay. Women for Peter Obi. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Peter Obi Ambassadors. Oh, congratulations. Peter Obi to be rescued. Peter Obi National Mandate. Congratulations. Yeah.
Sorry, I want to move.
Which one again?
I want to move it out a bit.
Which one again? Which one again?
Is Associate for Peter Obi, are you here?
Associate for Peter Obi. Is that all? Have you all have your, you've all? Please come this way so that we'll have a picture. The ladies, you stand. The ladies can come behind here. Okay, that's all we have. That's all.
Dr. Tanko, so you can make a general presentation as they...
I'll stand here.
Yes.
Please, this award is for your
Chair,
good
you need to join this so we
work
can
that
have
you've
this
done
photograph.
throughout the 2023 general election. Please let it be known that you have not finished. In fact, you just started. You have just started. Whatever you did in 2023, we need you to do more 10 times because we are in a battle to save Nigeria. So we want to congratulate you and thank you for all of this. Please kindly raise your award up. Congratulations to every one of you, please. Let them move in.
So lifting up your award
Please, a round of our
of performance and excellence.
Thank you very much and God bless you. We all appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Please, can we appreciate all the awardees? Thank you.
Thank you, please. Thank you. Well done.
Which one remains?
Where is your program? So, do we close now with that program?
No, we need, we still have this.
We can play his.
We can play his own.
No, but just check. Speeches. So I can go and sit down?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, because you still come up and...
You're closing now. Thank you.
Where's the feet? But let's take this guy. Let's take Jay's video. Media, if you're ready, please, I need you to... Vivian.
It's just a question of time to come in to give... let's go, Professor, to give closing remarks. Okay. No, thank you to give what next, then closing remarks, then myself. So that's it.
Dr. Tanko Unisa, I have to... Dr. Tanko Unisa, please come. You need to give us the way forward speech.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly. In closing this program, since we came on board, we've been able to do 17 programs so far. 17. And we are now moving to Northeast. The Northeast of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will take the center stage possibly on the 16th of November. We are also going to have our regional engagement where we will elect or nominate leaders that will represent us in the states and then in the zonal. We are also going to give opportunity for well-endowed individuals that are going to work with us in the various 9 directorates. Then we are going to have engagement with the diaspora, because you remember the diasporas play a very important role during the 2023 general elections. We are going to train agents. We want to train them early enough. We want to do voters mobilization to the grassroots. We are going to have unit commanders in the 176,000 polling units. So please, we need everybody. This is a huge work. We must cover 1,706,000 polling units. Please, ladies and gentlemen, these are the engagement that is already ongoing, and we are going to conclude it within the period of time. It's also important to inform you that our office will be open in January. The office will be situated in Abuja so that we can have a formal engagement in the office. So, ladies and gentlemen, forward ever, we must reclaim Nigeria for the interest of the Nigerian people. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Tanko.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted a song by this particular beautiful songs. While I was a kid, I used to listen to Osita Osadebe. The Osita Osadebe is Owendu Owendu. Osondu Owendu represents the Nigerian people generally. So we all can dance to it. It's representative. Please, Osondu Owendu.
Oh no na no. Umune terego kankolono akuko ketibia. Opa no makapito bi. Osandi Owendi, Osandi Owendi.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè yẹ.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ọ̀sọ̀dì òwèndè.
Ige. Ige. Ige.
Giligi.
$150 by action. $150 by action. Hakane. Ije. Ice. Action! Action! May God bless you. May God bless you. Oh no, no, no. Ice. Ọsọdị Owendi.
Yeah, ndị Anambra achọrọ m ka m gwa unu 2025 kwadoro ozugbo. 2025 Anambra needs Valentine Ozigbo. Unu elekwana vote unu. Kwadosienu Valentine Ozigbo ike na 2025.
Nico, come up for group photograph, please. Group photograph, please. All of you come up. While we are staying for the group photograph, Dan,
Tanko, come on. Daniel Elumba, where are you? All of you, all our guests from Abuja, from Lagos, please come.
Now, only the speakers, please. Only the top speakers. Only. Okay. Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why you mutani kusoku kalo?
Onyami, hold on. Onyami. Biko no. As the chairman, organizing committee. Okay. The Professor Okuna has yielded her closing remarks to me. As the chairman of the organizing committee, I thank you, every one of you, for attending this event. We in the Southeast have shown the direction of the obedience. Nibo, anyina asi na anya amoka karaka. Anya fugo ukwu egwu ndị Anambra wepụtara we organize their Southeast Summit. On that note, I pray that each and every one of us, as we go home, that we shall arrive our various homes safely. But I remind us with this, as we heard various speakers speak, there is something that stood out. Some spoke in various areas. Some also begged for unity. One thing is very clear. For Obidient to win Anambra State in 2025, there must be unity of purpose. Obidient all together must come and work as one. And I repeat again, so onye na kwado Obidient. Obedient ga-emelụ gịnị? Sọsọ onye na-akwado obedient, ka obedient ga-emelụ gịnị? Onye ọbụla na-akwado obedient. A sị na ndị Imo na-akụ egwu sị onye ekene Sọni ekene ya. On that note, thank you very much, and that is it. That is a wrap. Thank you. Onyami, over to you.
Kwadonu Valentine Ozibo ka Anambra chawapụ. Kwadonu Valentine Ozibo ka Anambra chawapụ.
All right. Ice. Oh no nango. Yes sir. Atututu.